Hello, everybody. Welcome in, audience, for episode 6 of Cyberpunk. That's more than you can count on one hand. How about that? I am Jonathan.
Not opera.
Yeah. Wait. Is opera the six-fingered man? Oh, that's... Hold on. Let me make several notes here. But yes, welcome in, everybody. I'm Jonathan, your game master for the evening. Pronouns he, any. Yeah, sorry, I'm just very excited about where we're going to go from here after our brief jaunt into Dungeon World. Yes, we are back in Cyberpunk RED. If you missed our jaunt into the world of Dungeon World, you heard me right, then you can check out the VODs for the part of Episode 4 and the entirety of Episode 5 on the Quelmar Realm YouTube. Fun fact for me this time around is that... just this weekend, I was in Philadelphia for MagicCon. I was just there yesterday only, but got to hang out with a bunch of nerds playing Magic. So that's a good day for me. And getting to hang out with my a few friends up in Philly. All right, well, let's do the usual round of introductions and possibly fun facts. We will see. Let's start with the usual. Over to Lee.
Hi, I am Lee, and I'm playing Beau Delarue, and my personal pronouns are she, her, Beau's are he, any, and fun facts. Don't know that I have anything particularly fun this week. I don't know. Fun. I got a call back for an audition. That was fun.
Hey,
So,
there you go.
see how that goes.
Yeah, fun fact is a very generic definition. It can be interesting, it can be, yeah, or just a boring fact. I'll take a boring fact. Let's pop over to Matthew.
My name is Matthew. I am playing Opera, or his street name is Sehr Stylish. He, him for both. And I'll defy your categorization of either fun or boring and instead give you an annoying fact.
How dare you? Continue.
The country that shares the longest land border with any member of the European Union, Germany? Wrong. France? No way. Brazil. Because French Guiana, baby. Use that to, I don't know, pick up people.
I will be sure to test that out, and I'm sure that trivial knowledge. Yes, I'll report back next time to see how this trivial knowledge has really upped my game. Then we'll rotate around to Angela.
Hey, I am Angela. She, her. Currently playing Patch, also she, her. Not really a personal fun fact, but last session we made a UNT afraid of a radish, so...
Is an extreme...
I thought that was fun.
I will never forget about that, yes. Feel free... benefits of checking out old VODs is, yes, seeing UNT become terrified of a radish. I need to, just like clip that and put it in one of those video frames, just there. All right. And last but not least, we've got Ashley.
I'm Ashley, she, her, and I'm playing Pixie Margot. And my fun fact is that the unicorn is the national animal of Scotland.
Yes, that is a very fun fact. In fact, it's possible that one of our current chat members here is from Scotland. So if we can get a confirmation from that viewer, yeah, there we go.
Scotland. One of my favorite places in the whole world.
Honestly, I agree. I've only been able to go once, but it was awesome. No qualifiers there. Great. So then let's get into a bit of recap here. Last time on Cyberpunk /Dungeon World, they set out this as they experienced history, memories, this sort of visual experiential database of Cove many hundreds of years ago. They set out from Brackville as inhabiting the bodies of some friends of Cragnux in search of these metal people, trying to scout them out, maybe parlay with them, just sort of see what their deal is. Along the way, they made excellent time, ate the normal amount of snacks along the way, but unfortunately our lookout got a little bit distracted and they were ambushed by some Yuan Ti with some arrows, daggers, flamethrowers from Yuan Ti casters, and one extraordinarily nightmarishly terrifying radish later. It came to an unusual conclusion in that a temporary ceasefire was found rather than one side ending up dead. And with a quick little bit of catnap later, they continued on their way to this settlement where the metal people were. They were then found by Seven, a proto-forged scout who had actually witnessed their actions, partially based on that behavior, led them to this settlement where they met with their leader, Snow. They learned quite a few things, mostly that these proto-forged, the forerunners of the proper warforged race in Quelmar, had fled to Kof in order to get away from some of the mainland civilizations that were still debating on their existence as living beings. And while they got that all figured out, they decided to flee the discrimination and form their own settlement. All of this conversation basically ended up, they were able to negotiate here and form a, if not a full allyship yet, at least a friendship, potential future partnership or allyship. And then as they were to leave to see the rest of the city, Snow mentioned some sort of something that they were working on, some sort of a experiment or prototype that might help both the Friends of Cragnux and the Protoforged against the threat of Tiamat's return. And it was in this moment, walking across the settlement, that they saw lances of elemental energy being erupting through the skyline far, far, far to the west. But even at that distance, a long way away, they eventually heard this horrible screech, this roar, echoing from many miles away. And just as a accompanying shockwave hit them, knocking them backwards, knocking them backwards so hard that they disconnected from the simulation entirely. Side note that I almost forgot, very important before they disconnected, when it came to the moment of forging this partnership with the Proto-Forged, the simulation seemed to come to a standstill, a completely frozen in time, as Friend Computer piped up and mentioned that this somehow was the source of the corrupted data that was preventing them from fully connecting. And it was because the simulation was built on historical facts, some of which had gotten lost, it was up to our team here to decide what was going to be recorded down. Who knows what actually happened back in that day, but at least now in the records, it will be shown that there was a positive partnership forged between these two communities that had a tumultuous past. So, being thrown out of the simulation is exactly where we find ourselves now. Bringing us into the exact moment, the last moments we had as we exit the simulation was Bo desperately trying to reconnect into the simulation, having just made friends with these Protoforged, concerned for what might happen to them. And of course, Opera having the about opposite reaction of being hands and knees like a sailor, a stranded sailor, finally finding solid land on hands and knees, just kissing the ground, cold technological metal underneath them. And that is where we jump in. Let me throw up some background sound. Very good. So as we this all settles here, you can choose to do. We can resolve a little bit what y'all would like to do immediately following the termination of the simulation, but at the very least, you do hear a blip on your agents here as friend computer pipes up. Also, make sure.
Thought it was compadre computer.
Oh, it's
Yes, pardon me.
Oh.
Partner computer, who last time, yes, you may notice the community goal here that one can change friend computer's settings. Last time that was fulfilled, and we went from your standard friend computer over to partner computer. That has been reinstated as a goal, so it is. We'll see what our viewership decides to do. As far as before we get much further, yes, you may spy a few special potential rewards there with all your channel points there. Yeah. So, just specific to this Cyberpunk campaign. But as friend computer, or yes, more appropriately, partner computer pipes up, actually, before he does pipe up, you hear over the actual... Let's actually move over to making sure that we're on the correct page. Here we go. We're going to move over so we can see the map properly. Well, there we go. Back in the lab, all these servos and stuff, thankfully still lacking a Beholder security hologram. It is actually the main computer terminal here that you hear a voice that says,
"Connection successfully established."
and then you get a blip from partner computer.
Ooh-wee. Now that is more like it. Now let's see, do a little fiddling here. Let me try this one time. Computer, clearance status check, please, if you wouldn't mind. Clearance status checking. Confirmed. Green level clearance. Well, it's still not quite where we ought to be, but definitely a step in the right direction. I want to thank y'all for helping me out here a little bit, and I want to go on the record while we're at it that, well, I wasn't really sure what y'all were going to do with those proto-forts there with snow and whatnot, but well, it is very interesting to see that you were willing to forge a partnership with the Skynet community there. And, well, I think one good turn deserves another.
Which, yeah, that does stick out at you. You did not ask Snow what that community was called. It was apparently called Skynet, which, of course, has no implications whatsoever.
Well, I think one good turn deserves another. Let's see, why don't I just go ahead and pop this open for you. One moment. Oh, game's paused. There we go. I was like, why won't it move? I'm going to move my camera out of the way. Yes, this little red mook here is how I can share the map view with everybody.
And I'm still in friend computer voice, aren't I? That's fine. That was supposed to be out of character, but you hear a...
Storage room opened.
And this back left door that you see over here, you see the little panel light up and it slides open.
Now, there's a few goodies in that there storage room. feel free to help yourselves.
All right, well, keep in mind that although we have gone through this mind-bending journey together, at the end of the day, our quotidian concern is to find something to bring back to the Grey Gardener so that he doesn't have our lug nuts for dinner.
Well, shit, I suppose you're right. What about our friends, though, that were in... What about that whole civilization that we were trying to save? Was that real? I'm very confused.
As you can see, we obviously made the right choice, because look around you. Look at this marvelous, dirty warehouse full of glowing screens. It is a thing of beauty.
Uh-huh. Hit something. I was really enjoying the kind of fresh air, honestly, or, well, I don't know, was it fresh?
Oh, I can taste it in my throat.
I miss grass. I miss all, like, I don't even think I've ever really experienced it, but I already miss it. Like, it was nice. I know, that was the best part. I miss that cat most of all. But I was going to party with those folks, and now they're gone. I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, you can start by looking in a closet.
Oh, fine. I'll go look.
Sure, you can check that out. And 7 is there. No. Inside this storage here, you see a slightly larger collection of stuff. It is somewhat reminiscent of what you're able to find, what Frank Computer was able to access in the previous complex. But here it would seem with greater clearance comes greater privileges and responsibility. Inside, there is a host of tech here. Not only... I can come up with some ideas if there is something that you would like to find / invent that you want to give to the gardener. Given what you know about this complex, I am open to suggestions, but primarily what you find in addition to that, you find the items that I asked you that said you could get. So for the audience, what I told our players in between sessions is that they could pick one, or I suppose a few, but get some item or items up to a value of 1,000 ebbs, which is nothing to sneeze at. So by being successful here, and perhaps as a consequence of some other decisions that they made along the way, they do in fact have access to this technology here. There is a lot of options in Cyberpunk, so I think some folks are still sort of deciding, but for those who have decided, would you like to share what it is that you find inside this room?
Yeah, I will. Basically, I find two like stem packs, basically, which are just for healing. Two rapid heal something. Hold on, I can tell you in a second. So two speed heals, which basically just heals HP pretty quickly, but you can only use one per day. And a stem pack, which ignores the penalties of being seriously wounded, which you can also only use one per day. And rapid detox, which purges the effects of drugs, poison, and intoxicants. And 5 glow sticks.
Of course. Yes, of course. So
to which I immediately turn around and just hand out one glow. I like break them all and then hand them out one to each person and go, for 7. And just sadly start doing like a rave, like a really sad rave dance with it.
Oh, the saddest rave. So yes, in this closet, rather than there being some more of the cloning tube technology that you found in the last complex, yes, it seems at least in this section, rather than having cloning tubes, they do have just some pretty potent medical supplies that you're able to pick, as well as some glow sticks. You do hear it.
Well, I Now, I think originally those are for, like maintenance and stuff to be able to see when they're routing cable and whatnot, but hey,
Don't tell me how to grieve.
no, far be it from me. I'm just, all right. If I had hands to do so, I would be participating very solemnly.
I just take one and duct tape it to the thing real quick. There you go. Now you're part of it too.
Perfect. Yeah, you tape the the glow stick to your agent and sort of move it around a little bit. So,
Well, it's certainly something.
all right. Has anybody else who has? I agree. Their patch bow is a treasure. Anybody else who has finalized their decision? Would you like to share?
So, I, as Opera, am constantly dancing on the knife edge of psychosis or cyberpsychosis. So, I am spending my money on good old-fashioned therapy. So, to make that make sense in the context of item, I guess Opera goes in. He's digging around. He's looking through all of these human healing supplies. What am I going to need a blood sinner for? I got rid of that ages ago. And then I dig around and I eventually find a small little Betamax tape that looks like it's probably compatible with one of my brain dance implants. Like, the 7 habits of highly effective transhumans. Well, I'm always trying to become more effective, so I plug that into my brain player and like, my God, other people have feelings too, and I become slightly more empathic.
It's like the empathy ray from the Douglas Adams Hitchhiker's Guide. There we go.
Oh wow.
So good.
Yes.
I look at Bo. I have like no idea why she feels the way she does, or he feels the way he does. I go in, I plug the thing, like, I got that strange, almost a human. It had value to him, I guess. He's not great. He's better.
Yeah. Oh.
Baby steps.
Yes, it can be a compilation there, Broberon. So in addition to that, yes, a corrupted podcast compilation that's all its ads for BetterHelp. So yes, out of character, at least what Opera has opted for is there is as we've discussed this before, but as a tech with some rather heavy cyberware, humanity loss is a thing. And if you go too far, then cyberpsychosis is a thing, which, bottom line, is bad. You can do therapy in order to reduce some humanity loss that you've made along the way, but it is not cheap. So to that point, yes, asked for enough to go through some therapy, which, at least if you opt for the route that doesn't require rolls, is 1,000 EBs. I will... we will have time to think about this in the meantime, but I will offer, since Opera is opting to spend the entire cost, you can, if you have a medtech in your team, you can do therapy with your medtech, and then they roll for it. The benefit is that it is not as expensive. The downside is that with this skill roll, you can fail, and then you lose the money and don't benefit from it. So it's, yeah, it's a gamble.
Opera ain't a gambling almost man.
Yeah.
Sort of man.
Exactly. So with discussion, since Opera wants to spend the whole thing, no rolls needed, like it will succeed. That being said, if, and we'll leave it up to you two here, if at some point later when we have time, if you two would like to have a scene for that therapy, you certainly may do so, but I will not make you do that. You'll have some time to think on that. Okay. So got healing, got therapy, Pixie and Patch. You know what you'd like?
So Pixie picks up a gun. It looks like a basic pistol, but she's like, what does this do? And she fires it up into the ceiling, and a wire comes out and attaches into the ceiling. Well, that's cool. And then shrinks back down.
All right.
And it's a grapple gun.
Fantastic. Yeah, so the wire shoots out, and immediately, like, your hand sort of like starts to like jerk up with it. We're able to detach it, and you've got yourself a grapple gun. Always love good old hook shots. Okay, and then Patch, remind me, had you decided, or you're going to think about it for a little bit longer? Oh, I can't hear you. May need to refresh.
I can hear you.
I need to refresh Ninja, maybe? All right. Yeah, there we go. All right.
Yeah, Patch is a medtech with a shotgun. So yeah, she's the fixer has picked up healing for himself, and the healer is picking up a shotgun upgrade.
Fantastic. Yes. Growing into the role as a pharmacist. So what sort of shotgun are we talking about?
What was the? It's the one that upgrades the shotgun shells to 16. What was that? Is that
the extended magazine?
The drum magazine?
That's it.
Drum magazine. That's the one. Yes.
Excellent. Yes. So here inside, so you, yes, there is like some healing armor weapons. Like they have a lot of stuff down here. Since this is the core, there are some definitely valuables tucked away down here where, at least in the past, it would seem that your general public would not be able to access. So it looks like, based on what you can tell, that there is some weapon tech in here that for the time was bleeding edge. By now, it's not as bleeding edge, but still surprisingly effective. At least it looks like it. And it does, in fact, match up to your own shotgun, which, in retrospect, a lot of the stuff that you are able to get in Echo Center, if you don't make it yourself, which at least one of you tends to be able to do, there are a few rare people able to make stuff, but most everything else is found refurbished technology that already existed on the island / Echo Center. So, fortunately, it snaps right in. And now, yes, Patch has a drum magazine for her shotgun. Will not need to reload for a while with a 16-round clip. Just... I'm still, like, it's hard to get the image out of my head of, yeah, like, the med tech all, like, ready to hurt, and then just... with this drum magazine. Sweet. In addition, so do we have any thoughts on... thoughts or suggestions on what sort of tech you think might be in here that the gardener would be interested in?
Something that, something that rich people would be really into.
Botox?
Well, I was like, there's basically like a whole bunch of, there's like lots of, I don't know, we could get a lot of drugs, but that's probably already pretty existent. It's pretty easy to get normally, I imagine. Maybe...
As a suggestion, there are these visors that you have used yourselves.
Like
virtual reality. I feel like that's one of those things where it's like, here, we got you the only telephone in existence. Like virtual reality goggles don't do all that much without someone to create a virtual reality to go with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I don't know exactly what would be like easy to get or interesting. as a player, I don't know what the rich folks up there would be interested in, but if the visors are what they would be interested in, then sure. I mean, especially if it's like a holodeck kind of situation and they can use them to create whatever they want to see, then yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Let's see. I was trying to think. I think that actually, you would be familiar with this, Bo, I think at the Neon Garden. There is some VR technology, so I will amend my suggestion in that VR is a thing. However, what at least is valuable here is, in general, the VR that you've come across fully depends on the skill of the programmer, and it's sort of rare, the simulation that has quite the immersion of what you experienced. So you could bring some technology here, at least that data, that like the Kof that you experienced in that simulation was far more realistic than you have experienced with VR tech back at Echo Center, which, if nothing else, at least for entertainment purposes, there might be some. You already know that there is rich clientele who like to slum it down in Echo Center, where things are, more exciting or quaint or whatever sort of demeaning, condescending adjective that they use. Something like this could definitely be an attraction.
If we had 4 of them, we wouldn't necessarily have to give all of them, but they would need the tech. The problem is, I think that when they need the CPU or whatever that's attached to it
Yeah, I think then what you find in that closet, there is a small backup server, backup hard drive that has, and Friend Computer is able to confirm this, has a clone copy of that simulation.
All right, that sounds pretty perfect to me. Why don't we just give them 2 or 3 of them, and we at least keep one for ourselves, so that maybe we can reverse engineer it, or I say one of us can reverse engineer it.
Just looks right at Opera.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, I was listening to this guy, Joe Rogan. He's got lots of good ideas about the world.
Oh, God.
Maybe this isn't working.
I don't know him, but
It's
it doesn't
not.
sound like that's a good name.
His name just makes me irrationally angry. I don't know how. But
Honestly, me too. Just based on the sound of it.
Yeah. Why don't we grab this stuff and unless anybody has any other ideas, I think that sounds like a good thing to take back. And I'm sure they can figure out a way to run all sorts of simulations, not just, the one we had, that was special. I kind of don't want anybody else to go with that, to have that one, if just in case it was real. But if they want to, pretend to be, I don't know, like us or something and party down in the real world, they can do that, or I don't know, whatever weird shit they're into up there.
Okay. So just to confirm, you're wanting to take this technology, not necessarily that particular simulation, you're wanting to keep it for yourselves, but at the very least some advancement, more advanced VR for the clientele.
Yeah, basically
Okay.
Just being here's the technology to do it. We're taking this particular cartridge out and keeping it with one of the visors or whatever. We're handing it to them and say you can buy all sorts of games for this. Here's a new PS12.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Yeah, taking the Nintendo 64 CR cartridge of that just out and got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That works for me. Anything y'all would like to do down here before you return?
I do have a quick question. When we saw the eruption, was it the volcano?
No. It was the sort of like volcanic spire structure in the middle of Cove, which you're certainly familiar with. A small note, at least in the past, it seemed to be intact versus today, where it is clearly there was some sort of eruption explosion, and it's more of a caldera. It was not centered on the island, like it was off the island way to the west.
Okay.
Which now that he's reconnected, Friend Computer is aware of at least a few more things. You partition the hard drive so he does not have any more executables, but as far as like data and information goes, now he can going forward, now or later, you can ask Friend Computer questions and he'll have a little bit more knowledge to answer questions.
And honestly, as we start to make our way out, Patch is just going to keep an eye out
go
for
through and just for record-keeping purposes, take video basically on my agent and pictures of everything, and then scramble it so that only I can, access it in case somebody gets a hold of my agent for any reason.
Right. Okay. Yeah. You continue taking pictures using your scrambler, descrambler, and encrypted your jailbroken agent here. Make sure that nobody can get into it. Perfect. So after that quick refresh. Perfect. All right, you're back. So, Patch, yes.
I was just going to say I would be checking for any other cyber holders on the way out.
You keep an eye out for any more side beholders. Any sort of flicker of the fluorescent lights overhead, sort of like making you look. Thankfully, there is nothing of the sort. Okay. Then if there is no other business down here, you ride the elevator back up. You go back down the laboratory level hallway to the secondary elevator, hit G, boop, and go back up to the surface. Let's go ahead and...
We have such good luck with elevators.
Yep. Never, ever, ever goes wrong. Perfect. So... once you reach the surface again, you step out and... So I'm trying to remember... so it is... I don't 100% remember the timing of the day as far as y'all getting here. So right now, I'm going to say it's about... the sun is starting to set. At least there are two things that cross your mind as far as like what to do now. Of course, you can return to Echo Center. But there is also that Gainsaid camp that you learned about. You could swing by and check that out if you wish, or just go back home.
We can't leave Pixie high and dry.
No, yeah, I say we go. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. So you start... use... Yeah, that'll do. So yes, you get back in the car and you head out. Let's go over some above ground music. There we go. So yeah, you drive over into dense jungle. Seems like the middle of nowhere towards this Gainsaid camp that Maverick, some other nomad scouts were able to pinpoint. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, you get here, and at first glance, it is no wonder why it escaped easy notice. You see it's only that you know exactly where to look based on the pin that he dropped on your agent, that you do see camouflaged under leaves, like the canopies, grass, nets, mud. There does appear to be a small camp here, but you do not see anybody here. Let's go ahead and, if you have any questions or ideas, let me know. But in the meantime, what I would like is a perception check from folks to see what you're able to find. Remind myself of all the lovely skills in Cyberpunk Red. Very good. So we've got a total of 13, 14, 13, and 25. One of these things is not like the other. Got it. Okay. Here's what I will give you. With that 14, that was Pixie. Pixie, I'm going to ask for a tracking roll as well, please.
Okay.
$14. Hey, there you go.
That's 14.
So with a everybody's looking around with those 13s for Opera and Patch. You do see like there was signs that people were here, footprints here and there, clear signs of activity. There are even a few like boxes, crates here and there, but everything is emptied out. There is.
How recently does it look?
Very recent, very recent. That it was emptied out. For you, Pixie, with that 14 perception into 14 tracking, what you find is there are some tire tracks. Yeah, it makes sense that you are the ones who sort of spots those. With a 14, you can tell that they do seem to be pretty fresh. They were made today, by your guess, and at least with a 14, I'm going to say for the moment, it doesn't really strike you. You see that they lead out of the camp certain direction, but not able to sort of like follow it long enough or like really strike you where those actually lead yet. With a 25, Bo, looking amongst the abandoned campsite here, you do find one thing that was apparently left behind. You find a sheet of paper that has something written on it, but it reads like nonsense. This is clearly some sort of code that some sort of instructions, writings, notes, journal. You have no idea. It is like you. Even with a 25, like this was very tough to find. You find it, but it's just hard to read.
Can I do a is that cryptography?
Yes, you can roll a cryptography check here. This is going to be pretty tough, but you can try.
Okay. Yeah, let's roll for that, and then sure, I'm gonna chuck some luck points into that.
Mm-hmm.
Although, well, if it's really tough, is there a mechanic for what really tough means? Like, is that like above a 20? There's no, okay.
I will say that I won't tell you the exact DV, but by and large, like tough is probably going to be the sample DVs that Cyberpunk gives is, simple 9, everyday 13, difficult 15, professional 17, heroic 21, incredible 24, legendary 29. I'm going to say that you're going to need at least... okay, I'll give you a DV here. You're going to need at least an 18 to get any sort of information out of this.
Okay. That's pretty much impossible. So I would have to use luck, basically. Like, if I rolled perfectly, then I could get it. But I'd have to use luck to get any sort of... Sure, why not? Let's throw 3 points of luck. I gotta...
Can one of us help?
I was about to say, yes.
Can we look at it together?
Yes. Now that you've found it, you can roll this bow if you would still like, but someone else can potentially take the reins here.
Oh, that's a good point. I hold it up and say, by the light of my grieving glow stick, I have found something that could be useful. Thank you, Seven. And I hold it up to see if anybody I cannot quite decipher it. I could pull out my deciphering books and see what I could come up with, but I don't know how likely that would be. Anybody else?
I mean, I could try, but I don't know how good I'd be.
I really only understand tech.
If I had to put a number on it, I would say that I feel like an 8 is where I would place my proficiency with cryptology. Cryptography.
Well, I think you'd be better at it than me.
Okay. Well, might as well see what I could come up with. Let's see here. Maybe I'll get really lucky. Oh, well. Luck points well spent. I spent all 3 of my luck points, baby.
Very nice. So, burning all luck points, that brings that would-be 16 up to a 19. Awesome. Cool. With a 19, you're not able to fully decipher it, but you get sort of the gist. These look like orders. Yeah, trying thinking here. These look like orders to carry out an attack, like some sort of raid of some kind. Not all-out warfare, but just you're able to make out, like, this seems like mentioning a time, a location, a target. You're able to get that framework. Where you struggle is determining what the date, time, and target actually are. But these appear to be some sort of attack orders.
Attack orders from the group of people that were here, or attack orders from outside of this, like somebody attacking them, or they were going to attack somebody?
They are going to attack somebody. It seems like these orders were given to whomever was at this site. And based on the tire tracks that Pixie found, it would seem maybe as if they have either they have moved elsewhere to get set up for this attack, or they're already left to carry it out. You don't know which.
Okay. Yeah, I'll relay all that information, and I don't know. Pixie, does that ring any bells? Does that... I don't know.
Does that ring any bells?
No. It does line up with what you all know of the Gainsaid, this eco-terrorist group. You know that, well, as eco-terrorists, they do carry out some violent raids and attacks, sort of guerrilla-style warfare, which is why they... no one really knows how big the group is, because they do keep themselves rather well hidden, around the jungle of this island. This is actually a first for any of you, actually finding even if abandoned, finding a campsite of the Gainsaid.
And I suppose there's no chance if we could simply follow their tracks?
I mean, we could try, but I couldn't really tell which direction.
Yeah. It gives you like a general heading. It is a little bit difficult to like follow it all the way, but it at least will put you on the right track.
Do we know how big of a group this was? Was it like a small encampment, or was it like a pretty significant sized group?
Interesting. Let's see. I'm going to roll this into the super, because you rolled so super very high on perception there, Bo. You get the sense that this feels like a moderately sized outpost. You'd say at most like 10 people or so. It's hard to get an exact number. Certainly a handful of people, but not like a big city, town, anything like that. This was clearly an outpost for a raiding party. And I will say that even with that 14 Pixie, just because you know vehicles, this part is not going to require a roll. You do see that there is more than one vehicle here in question. In fact, no, I think with that 14, the tracking, that is what I will. The 14 perception with 14 tracking, that is all I will give you.
Okay.
So what do you think, Pixie? Is it worth trying to follow them, or are we going to need to find some more information?
I don't know. I don't really feel confident in trying to follow them.
I mean, I could try to go back to the Neon Garden, and see if I could hit up anybody for some information. But by the time I do that, they're already going to probably be where they're going and doing what they're doing.
Is the mud here in the tire tracks? Is the mud the same kind of mud that I don't know if we would know this, that Maverick saw on that car in the garage?
Yes, it is. With that pole, no rolls needed. Yes, this does look the same kind of mud. And now that you think about it, like based on how Maverick described it, this you can't tell 100% for certain, but this might be that vehicle. Speaking of Pixie, it is at this moment that you get a little. I got one for this. At least I thought I did. Oh well. You get a blip on your agent. You see that you have a call from Maverick.
Hey Mav, what's up?
Instantly, you hear on the other end of the phone call sounds of violence and fighting.
Pixie? Oh, thank God, it's you. Here, little bit of trouble. Back here at the garage, there's some of those Gainsaid folks who are trying to attack here, messing up the garage. Not really sure what they're trying to accomplish, but, well, then...
And the agent signal drops.
Shit. I think I found out where they're headed. We gotta go.
Yes.
We gotta go back home.
All right.
It does in fact strike you now that as you go to follow these tracks, hits you like a bolt of lightning. These do lead in the direction of Echo Center. So, I'm going to ask you here, Pixie, as you pile into Bug. Are you just like, how are you driving here? Like making just like a beeline, trying to get there as fast as possible?
Yeah.
Okay. Thinking. If you will please make a, I believe it's a drive land vehicle. I think that's a skill. Or I know that's a skill. I believe that's what it's called. Yes, if you will please roll that.
Alright, I'm also going to dump in a couple luck points.
Yes, drive land vehicle. That's the one. 26. Wow, with a 2 on the die. You know, gotta let nomads. It's what they do. Very, very nice. Yeah, cool. So with that, you instantly kick things into high gear using your neural up interface. No hands needed. You just, at the speed of thought, dodge around trees, boulders, rocks, some of the wildlife of the island, and just tear it up right towards Echo Center. Unfortunately, it's not the opposite side of the island, but it does take a little bit of time to bridge that distance. Before you get to Echo Center, all of you hear some motors up ahead. And as you sort of go through this small clearing here, you see driving in the opposite direction, so towards you, you see 4 motorbikes and 1 ground car. Similar-ish to yours. You see 4 figures on these motorbikes, 1 each, and it looks like 2 people inside this car, and they are driving away from you, away from Echo Center. So, you all have a choice here. Do you pursue these vehicles, or and I'll say each of you give me a perception check, real quick. Okay, 16. Oh no. Okay. With these 16s from Opera and Pixie, Pixie, you are laser focused. Between the two of you, you do notice that these vehicles do have some sort of jungle-colored camouflage painted on them, and you notice that the riders have crossbows rather than like advanced technology. So it would seem as if this may in fact be Gainsaid people and vehicles. So you all have a choice. Do you pursue these vehicles, or do you continue on to Echo Center, where at least some time ago, Maverick seemed to be under fire?
Can I tell if any of these people are Linux?
Well, Lennox is dead.
Oh.
That's right. Yeah, you killed him on the elevator. Do you mean Jather?
Oh, Jather. Yeah.
Yes. With your 16, it's a little hard to tell, but in this moment, one of the figures inside the car does bear a resemblance to Jather.
Jather wasn't one of the... He was the one guy that was left over from our elevator incident?
Nope.
No, that was a different guy. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, I know this, all the names. So the 2 people left over from the elevator incident were Ember and Graf. I suppose that might be...
That's right. Okay. I was just thinking I thought we made a deal with him not to get up to shenanigans, but yes,
yeah, no problem.
Now I'm on board.
But Jather hired them, right?
Yes. So Lennox was the sort of the leader, at least like call him the sergeant, sure, of that small strike force on the elevator. You killed Lennox, and I can go look up his name, but It's not important. You killed 2 of them, left Ember and Graph alive, grilled them for information, let them go. Pixie, you do, in that flashback we had, Lennox was the person that you saw in the square when your family was arrested. And it was through Maverick, the information that you got, it seemed like Jather is 1 step higher up on the rung, sort of like a lieutenant of the Gainsaid who seems to have, if not organized, at least oversaw what happened to your family, and apparently gave orders to Lennox and that crew to go to the complex and blow it up. So yeah, this is the biggest lead that you have to track down the person responsible for arresting your family. Although
am I
Maverick,
able to connect to?
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Maverick. Yeah, am I able to connect to Maverick? Right
I will say that any further attempts to call Maverick in the meantime, between the amount of time when you took the call and now, have been unsuccessful.
What do you think, crew?
I propose a U-turn.
I'm kind of with Opera on that one.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
All right.
And actually, as I say this, I end
How
up reloading
close are they?
anything else I have left into the shotgun.
Absolutely, yes. So yeah, as you turn, get into position, you can, like, you would have reloaded your weapon. I'm not worried about that. So yes, you absolutely. It's sort of like in passing here, you just like have that moment of realization and then decision between like passing them. It's not quick enough that you're, well, unless you like not fast enough that they like ram you head on. You do see like eyes follow you past, but they don't actually attack you as you go. But sort of after this moment of realization, decision, you can in fact, yes, like bootleg emergency brake, turn around and try and get at them. So we've got some vehicle combat rules here. Yes. If you would like to, so I'll discuss this a little bit more, how some of the vehicle combat works. But for now, want to do a bootleg turn. If you would please roll a same thing, the driveland vehicle skill. 29. With a 29.
Legendary.
Legendary. Yes, Pixie, with a turn that good. Let's actually move maps here so you can get a little bit of a visual and you can make a decision there.
She wipes out everyone in a single turn.
Yeah. It was cool as hell.
So here we have our roadmap. Unfortunately, I tried to get it to like move as if you're driving on this jungle road here. Foundry decided not to cooperate, so we'll just, in our minds, I imagine that here we are in this chase. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for our audience. So, of course, here you are in the vehicle. Pixie, I've put you in the driver's seat. I just sort of guessed that Bo would be in the front seat. Bo seems like a front seat sort of guy with
shotgun.
Patch. Yeah. Oh, well, I guess Patch might have called dibs on shotgun.
Eternal dibs on shotgun.
But and Alvaro, Patch are in the back. If that seems reasonable to everybody, then cool. If y'all want to actually swap, I just made a call. So with this here, I've just sort of arbitrarily put the distance. We can, in general, I'm going to more or less, we can get into a slightly more abstracted values because all of these vehicles here have the same drive speed. So I'm going to say based on potential driving checks, you can put yourselves like close, near, or far. Kind of like those abstracted values that we use for Dungeon World. I think that might be a little bit easier. If we get into some real grit, then maybe we'll use some actual distances. But if that sounds good to everybody, we'll just sort of have these general categories of distance. With a 29, Pixie, I'm going to say you can choose what distance this car is between you all and these vehicles here at the very start of combat. And then after that, we will roll initiative.
Let's get up close.
Okay. So going to move in. I'm gonna move this first. So you get up kind of right up on their grill.
And the car leaves us all behind.
Yeah, they're on two separate layered things here, so I have to. Okay, so you're in close range here. Awesome. Just right up on them. Everybody, if you please, I'm going to create this. Yeah. It's just everybody go ahead and enter combat here. Get you all in the... Oh, too far zoomed out. There we go. Going to begin combat here. If everybody will please roll initiative, you can click that die next to your picture on the tracker. And as you do so...
Jonathan, I think for nomads, I get moved to the top of the initiative.
Yes. So driving will pull you up to the top of the initiative. That is correct. I'll manually adjust that here in a second, but just for these purposes...
Do you want me to roll anyway?
Yes, please. I'm going to roll for all my NPCs. Normally I would group them up, but I think probably foolishly think it might be more exciting to have proper rolls here. Cool. I'm going to put on some battle music.
Actually, I ran out of water, so I'll be right back.
Okay. Cool. Then yeah. Wait for just a second then. Oh, about an hour and a half. Got it. So basically what this is going to amount to, at least for now, I don't think it's going to affect Angela/Patch too much, so I'll just go ahead and forge ahead. Also, before I start explaining, hello, Weave and Roll. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it very much. More followers for Quelmar. So, the way the vehicle combat works here is, yes, if you are driving, you move to the top of the initiative order, and rather than your usual actions, your action is going to be you can swerve, sharp turn, merge, there are just maneuvers you can do, so it is up to you, Pixie, how you want to maneuver the car. Since you've got some hands-free, with your neural input, you might be able to contribute some, but depending on what you do hands-free, that may or may not impact your focus on driving. We can address those situations as they come up. Which I guess technically they're all driving, so all their initiatives move up to the top, but instead I'm going to make the driver of the car move up to the top, but the motorcycle people I'm going to leave as is, just because that feels fairer to me in any case. And everybody else in the car, yeah. DV's here. I'm going to, depending, I may just sort of eyeball some distance values, depending on what sort of weapons you like to use. But in any case, let me fix the initiative, make sure that you're at the top there, Pixie, and then which one is that? Why can't I? Wait, is that really? Incredible. The one who is driving the car actually naturally rolled at the very top, so that makes things extremely easy for me. Awesome. So at the very top, this car here is going to... Only to run action.
It looks like there's one guy who is ahead of Pixie.
Yes, and that is the driver of the car. So
I
that was going to come down to, like, both of you are at the top. It just depends on how you roll as to who goes first. Unfortunately, it does seem as if the car driver does manage to move first. So what they are going to do is just put the pedal to metal, get a little bit of distance. So I'm going to sort of come ahead of the pack a little bit here. Putting themselves a little bit further away. And that is going to be that one's action. Pixie, as you. What would you like to do?
I think I'd also like to speed up. You're gonna have to like walk me through how to do the vehicle combat, but can we speed up so that we're like in between these first two motorcycles?
Yeah, I would say if you just want to go that far to just sort of maneuver yourself a little bit ahead there, yeah, that is easily enough done with just your move there.
Can I do anything else?
Can
we like ram into them?
You can
like
absolutely ram into a motorcycle. So ramming is a mechanic here in Cyberpunk. Vehicle. Or the other vehicle takes 66 damage. Got it. Crash. You do something beep. She's covered another vehicle. Perfect. Yes. If you would, please. I swear I just looked this up. Where? I thought there was like an opposed dodging a ramming vehicle. Yours is a base driver. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So if you would please roll a driving land vehicle check. And they are going to roll opposed to try and swerve out of the way. Good luck dodging a 25. Pull up my Dubro here. Pilot, drive land vehicle. Here we go. Pretty good for them, but not enough to stand up against a nomad.
Crushed.
Perfect. If you will please roll. Please roll 6. If this changes your mind, let me know. When you ram another vehicle, both your and the other vehicle take 6d6 points of damage. You here in Bug here has a certain amount of health, which is 50. It has 50 SDP, aka structural damage points, hit points. If that 50 hits 0, then it is inoperable and you need to fix it before the car will drive again. These road bikes have, as you might imagine, some hit points that is less than 50. So go ahead and roll 66. Touche, Patch.
Oops.
Neat. A 21. Okay, I'm going to mark that down. I'm actually going to... Oh, there it is.
So I take that as well.
Correct. So Bug takes 21 points of damage already. Use this. We'll call this... Nope, no numbers. That's okay. Thought 1, 2, 3, 4, and just you're trying to get between these ones in the back. Are you swerving it into the one to the top or the bottom?
The bottom.
Perfect. Okay. Come on. Come on, please. Thank you. All right. So we've got Bug, bikes. This bike has taken 21. This bike is pretty messed up, but it is still running here. Since they rolled pretty well in that, they are still on it, but yeah, you crash into this bike. They're not able to sort of to avoid. So that was your movement in action to maneuver into this ramming speed. Let me go ahead and nudge you on over. Awesome. Well, you tried, Foundry. All right. Something like that. Perfect. So, yes, that was action and movement. So then, Bo, you are up. What do you do?
Awesome.
You are in melee range of that particular person / bike. Just for the record.
So part of me wants to just try to hop on the bike and make a brawling check, but I feel like that would be kind of insane. And probably
we love insane.
But it would probably just result in me crashing the bike and then not being able to help you guys from this point forward. So I've been doing a quick mental battle of like, cool, yes. Potentially pointless, also yes. And dangerous. So I think what Bo's going to do instead is just take his gun out and try to shoot out the tires of the bike that's already been damaged.
Fantastic. So yes, you can absolutely do that. So if you're going for the tires, that is a called shot.
I'm not going to take technically a called shot. I'm just doing that for flavor because I want a better chance. Because the vehicles have a standard vehicle damage thing, right? Like
yes.
Yeah, so I just want to try to damage the bike, but for flavor, I'm going for these tires.
That is absolutely cool for flavor. I will point out to folks that you can still do aim shots on these vehicles, aiming for like tires, gas caps, things like that. It still takes the usual penalty and result, as it doubles your damage if you get through on the called shot.
Okay, so my first shot is a 17.
A 17, and that's with your heavy pistol, which since you're like point blank here, we can actually use the straight up DV. Oops. Let me scroll in. DV for pistol. DV is 13 here. That is a hit.
Awesome. So I just do that, right? Or no? Hit. For damage, sorry, what do I do again?
You should be able to just click that little blood drop there in the chat card.
Oh, okay, perfect. Roll damage. Not a named shot, so I just do... Is 3d6 correct? Oh, I see what I did. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I believe 3d6 is correct for a heavy pistol.
I got two. Well, I got two. But
yes, that is also a crit. So with this double six as a crit, there's not really like lingering injuries on here. But the good news is that this works perfectly with your not called shot. You aim for the tires, and immediately the tire pops, and like very quickly, this is a jungle. Like this map sort of has a road here. It's more of like a dirt path, somewhat through this jungle here. It's like immediately crashes and leaving this rider behind.
Awesome. I have another shot, which after seeing how well I did after having absolutely whiffed it earlier, or at the lab or whatever, I don't think I hit a single thing, and in fact, I think I probably damaged myself. Shooting at a bike like that is just like Bo is riding so high. It's been a roller coaster of emotions. So yeah, he just like looks the other one in the eye and just says, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker, let's go!" And let's see if I actually can hit. Okay, well,
14. The DV was still 13 here since you're up nice and close on these, so that is a hit.
Yeah. All right, and not quite as much damage this time. Only 7.
Got it. 7 points of damage. Also, yeah. So the bike doesn't really have. They don't really have like critical injuries, lasting injuries, but it still does 5 extra damage, which. So that was 19 for that roll. Cool. 7 damage on that bike. You managed to hit one of the pipes as it just hisses a little bit, but it still seems fairly okay. Okay.
And I have to disappear for just a second. I'm still listening. I just have somebody knocked on my door. I'll be right back.
No worries. Perfect. So then next up is going to be this Gainsaid up here at the very top. This Gainsaid here is going to move their bike on over. And yeah, everybody's still in the car here. So this one here, they are going to take out this club here, this bat basically, and just try and hit it against the car. So he's as he pulls out this bat here comes a melee weapon strike. So he needs to hit a DV13 in order to hit with this weapon. Okay, that is a 16, manages to hit. Oh, why did I click? Sorry, I clicked that instead of the actual bat weapon. I'm just going to do this. All right, 4 damage, and then second attack. 15, also pretty close. Okay, so manages to start just bashing on Bug. What a jerk. That does 7 more points of damage to Bug. That is 28 points of damage total, if my math is correct. So Bug, you do see some like smoke, steam coming out of the hood, but Bug is still running. That is going to be it for that jabroni. Over to Patch.
Okay. And one of us already got a hit in on the one that's closest to us at the bottom?
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, as the one that just got obliterated goes flying, she's gonna smile like at an old friend and go like, okay, bye! And then with that same smile, just turn right back to the guy in front of them. And wave, and then pull out the shotgun.
Mm-hmm. Are you aiming at the
And-
person or the bike?
We've been aiming at the bike so far, apparently. Correct?
So far, yes.
Okay. And how's the motorist dressed? Is he like, does he look like he's built for the road? Like with the whole gear and everything?
You mean like, do they have a motorcycle jacket on, or?
I mean, does he look like he's dressed more for style or more like this is
Oh.
his life and he knows what he's doing?
He's absolutely not dressed for style. Most of the people you see here are dressed in like very like plain cloths, plain fabrics, pretty drab, normal colors. Unlike just about everybody else on this island, these folks are very, very plainly dressed. Like, and you do not see any cyberware to speak of.
Makes sense. All right. Yeah, she's gonna aim it at him
Fair enough.
and smile.
All right, make a shotgun attack.
And I'm gonna add a bit of luck to this just in case. No, not 40 points. My God, what are you doing to me, Foundry? Here we go.
I wouldn't think that much. Let's see. Also, do they have? No, they're not able to. Not able to evade. Yeah, these mooks do not have reflex 8 or higher, so they're at the mercy of a 13 DV, which means that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Damn.
All right. With a whopping 30 points of damage on this bike here, they'd already taken some damage from that other pistol shot. Where did my... Oh no.
Oh no.
Sorry, my notebook... Oh, it's hiding. Got it. Okay. Yeah, 30 points damage, you just... And instantly, like, into the very, like, engine and guts of this motorcycle. Instantly you hear it... And totals out full-on wipe road rash as this guy goes flying.
Okay, bye.
These crits coming in pretty clutch.
That's what you get for hitting Bug.
Exactly.
And yet another rider left in the rear view. Okay. Very good. Very good. Unless you want to like move to the outside or move within the car, that is going to be your turn there, Patch. Which is going to bring us.
I think that'll do it.
Let's see, they are dead. Dead. That is going to bring us to this guy in the very up here. This guy. This guy, rather than getting close and getting just absolutely blasted off his ass like all of the other riders, instead, he's going to pull out this crossbow and try and take a shot. They're going to take a shot at Pixie. I can open the damn sheet. As far as shooting inside a vehicle, particularly since you are hands-free here, Pixie, you can still try and, because I believe, like, it's true for like 3 of you, your reflex is at least 8, so I think you can still do an evasion roll.
Okay.
If you didn't have that neural link, it would be a lot, we'll say, a lot harder to accomplish. Sorry, just going to roll this crossbow. Rolls a critical fail, so as long as you don't super beef it on the evasion roll there, Pixie, you're probably fine. Yes, as a matter of fact, you are fine. This guy's like trying to aim the crossbow while on a motorcycle, and with all that balance there, just not quite skilled enough to pull it off, and crossbow bolt goes very wide. Is there movement? I'm going to say with this crit fail, this is not necessarily a mechanical thing. I'm going to say with the crit fail, he is not going to get to reposition. All right, which is going to bring us to Opera.
So I would like to note that with a movement speed of 8, I am within moving distance of this motorcycle here. Would it be possible for me to do a jump?
Hell yes, it is. Okay. If you...
I turn back in the thing and say, Bo, if I don't make it back, you know where my black box is. Tell my story.
Will do.
Like, expand the horrifying pneumatic tubes in my Borgware and then try and spring over to the motorcycle.
Incredible. Okay, so trying to jump over here, I'm going to say this is a... Let's say athletics or acrobatics, but I don't think acrobatics is not a thing here. That's going to be an athletics check, please. I'm going to say DV... before you jump, let me think about this. I mean, this is so you're jumping, like, jumping from one motorcycle to the one that's further away, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to say this is a DV22 athletics.
Maybe I don't want to do this then. That's what? Almost impossible? What is the descriptor on that?
That is hovering around heroic, a highly skilled feat, one that only the best of the best can pull off. This is level sports stars and other highly regarded superstars.
I mean, even if I dumped all of my luck into it, I would still need a 7, so I don't like them odds. So I think maybe I'll have to do something boring, like just shoot this guy next to me. Well, actually, can I just hop over to him and then punch him twice?
Yes.
Since he's just on the next motorcycle over?
Yes, jumping one deep will be simpler than trying to hopscotch over to the further away motorcycle. This is just going to be... I'd call this one a 17, just to hop over right here without beefing it.
Okay, I'm just gonna shoot him. I'm not wasting luck on this.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot with my assault rifle. My trusty Zieglinda. Come on. Alright. Sorry, I'll target him.
What did I say? 18? Or 7?
Fire!
17? Yeah, I said 17. It might be a little high, but a 19. Very good. Does he lean over past here in the back seat in order to do that? I'm pretty sure that is a hit, but let me just double check. Assault rifle, cool. Number 2. Fantastic. It was a DV17, so that is a hit.
Ooh. Shooting things is hard. Alright.
Yeah, assault rifle, like,
Fire!
point blank assault rifle is actually harder than, like, the mid range. And our oh, hush. Wait, so is this? Are you shooting at the person or the motorcycle?
Person.
At the person. Cool. All right, that is 17 hit points. And you hit them with a couple of these assault rifle bullets, and they look rather hurt, but they are still up. I'm going to again, playing a little bit of Calvin Ball here, it makes sense to me that they would, after being heavily shot with an assault rifle, they are going to have to make a check to see if they can just stay on the bike. They do. But they do look very, very hurt.
Can I also use my movement to like crawl to the forward corner of the car, like hop out on the front of it?
Yes. No check needed. You can absolutely just crawl onto the hood, getting ready to spring.
All right. I'm gonna get that car.
Okay. That is going to bring us to our boss who rolled at the very bottom of the initiative. Honestly, I wouldn't have it done any other way. You see sort of coming out the window here. They sit so that they're like sitting on the window sill there, not fully climbing out, but one hand on the roof of the car. As they emerge from it, Pixie, you can confirm, based on what you've been told before, this exactly matches Jather's description. You can even see, yeah, the token art. This one right here. Looks back at you, and you hear, oh, of course.
Oh, serious glasses.
You weren't our target, but we cannot let our efforts be stopped. Not by the likes of nomads and tech freaks.
You should have told that to the people we killed.
You may pluck off a few hairs here and there, a few teeth, but we are still here and still deadly. And with that, he pulls out his assault rifle and is going to auto-fire on the car. So for assault weapons in Cyberpunk, we haven't seen this yet. They can spend 10 bullets out of their magazine to try and auto-fire. If they hit, then it does a lot more damage, certainly for an assault rifle.
Can I evade this at all? Can I, like, dodge it?
I believe so. Let me flip over to the auto-fire. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's see. Yes, you can still try and evade this. Go ahead and roll evasion. He is going to roll.
So this is for all four of us on the boat.
This is just going to be for Pixie because he's aiming at the car rather than any of you.
I'm gonna add a couple luck into it.
Okay, with a 20, here comes the auto-fire roll. Ooh, misses with his auto-fire here. In general, the DVs for auto-fire are a lot higher than single shot. But in this case, yeah, does not matter. A 16 will not do. You manage to swerve the car over as you see this line of bullets. Actually, got one for that. Just a little bit of... That was far louder than I expected. Sorry, audience with headphones. And also my players. But yeah, you swerve over, manage to avoid that attack. I'm gonna say...
I'm just gonna blow him a kiss.
You You know, I'm almost convinced being able to miss things so efficiently, that must require real talent.
What I am going to say is that you did climb out on the hood, but thankfully Pixie avoided so that you're not going to take any fire here, Opera. But what I do need is I feel like athletics makes sense again. Try and stay on the hood of this car as it swerves over. I'm going to say this is only DV 15. Oh, perfect. Oof. 16. You do manage to make it. I promise I said it before I looked up at what you got.
Opera does like the breakdancing thing where you like spin down on your shoulders and kick your feet around.
Yeah,
Nice.
you just do a spin on the hood here. Thankfully, in such a way that you manage to stay on it. You just gyroscope yourself, keeping yourself there. Jather is still leaning out the window here. As you see, their expression doesn't change much. At least at this range and the volume of things that is going on here, you don't hear anything. But it's going to be the end of their turn. Which means we are back to the top of order. This driver, the other driver. This other driver. Perfect. This other driver is going to try and just execute a sharp turn to try and lose you on this route here.
Just for Jonathan, for awareness, I do have the amplified hearing thing, so if there is anything to be, I don't know, read or heard from that guy, I might be able to hear it if he's saying something quietly or whatever, just for reference, for awareness.
Okay, no, I like that. Then yeah, you are just able to catch here with all the engines and wind in your face. You just hear just a tisk of disappointment as they, that's it. Just steely-gazed, steel-faced here. It is clearly hard to shake someone like this. I'm going to zoom out just... no, I'll stay zoomed in so you can see lovely tokens. Perfect. This driver is going to try and make a maneuver to shake you here. A 20. Okay. What I'm going to say here, they successfully just pull off of the path into somewhat thicker foliage here, losing you along the way. That was their action movement for this maneuver, which brings us to Pixie. If you want to stay on their trail, what you're going to need to do is also make a check like that. I'm going to say, if you want to stay in this equivalent position, you're going to need to get 21 or higher.
To go after them or to...
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. I've been ignoring the chat. Pardon me. Let's see. Yes, the bad guy driver for the 8. We had someone redeem a re-roll. So this bad guy is going to re-roll. Before we get to Pixie's turn. Okay, brings it down to an 18. So still manages to pull off this maneuver, but that does lower the DV a little bit there. Pixie, you need a 19 or better, which with your skills is probably going to be fine.
And that's a drive land vehicle, again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
You, as this clearly amateur driver tries to shake you here, Pixie, you're just scoffing. These are the sort of turns that were like your second lesson. First lesson was turning it on. Second lesson was making turns like this. So you easily follow into the jungle. DVs are going to increase a little bit from here for anything that involves like driving or moving, jumping since we're off of the main road. That is going to apply to our baddies as well. That being said, that is going to be, well, again, since you don't have to use your hands here, Pixie, is there anything you would like to attempt? I'm going to say...
Am I able to...
Actually, no, sorry, no, I lied. If you were just like moving forward, back, just like repositioning yourself, you could still do an action, but I'm going to say, I'm going to keep more with the rules of the game here. Making a maneuver like this does burn your action. So that is going to bring us to Bo. But
can I ask you a question really quick, though?
Yes.
Would I be able to use my action to do repairs while we're driving? Since I am hands-free.
Only if the repairs are like... If they shot out, you're like, I'm going to say no. That does not make any sense to me. Unless there's like a cabin fire or something, then no.
Okay.
Okay. Bo, what you got?
All right, so how bad is the guy next to us looking?
The guy next to
hit
you... the bike is pristine, but the guy is not good.
Okay. Good to know. In that case, yeah. I'm gonna shout at, just looking at this guy up, the main baddie, the one with a distinctive image. Just kind of say, like, after hearing him make the little like Tiska noise, and just like, look, my mom always said if you keep your face like that, it's gonna get stuck like that. So just, heads up, if you don't want to be permanently ugly, you might not want to do that. And then just while I'm saying that, I'm just gonna reach over and try to just shoot the guy.
Okay.
Let's see here. There we go. And confirm.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's what I get for trying to be quippy while trying to shoot and not looking where I'm shooting.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the DV here is a 13, so that will miss.
It's all right. I got another shot. Let's try again.
That will hit.
Better. Okay, 2 6s. Got two ones and 2 6s.
So spoiler spoiler alert, he's going to be extremely dead, but with that crit I am still going to, because of course I'm going to. Let's see what sort of critical injury he gets.
Is there any way to pass that critical injury into, like, because the bike is still going, could he fall off the bike and that damage from like the bike running into the other bike in front of it maybe cause a little damage or something? Does that make sense?
I see what you're saying.
If not, that's okay.
Tell you what, you roll a flat D10 luck check. If you get I'm gonna say, like, if you get a 7 or higher, we'll talk.
Okay, what is how do I just roll a regular dice?
/R space D10 in the chat.
/R space D10. Oh, nope.
A2. Unfortunately, with the sort of just the rough path here, too much foliage, jungle bits here, it does not maintain a straight course. Immediately just like swerves and crashes into a tree, but not before you see, as you fire your pistol, you see it just pass through his middle here and immediately like holds his side as his lung collapses, coughs up a substantial amount of blood just before that impact hits, and it's that camera shot of just long side, gone. Just like hitting a brick wall.
Man, if I had a nickel for every fella I left breathless, ooh, I'd be rich. You're
Wait.
welcome.
Excellent. So yes, this one is gone. So there is only one motorbike remaining, as well as the car. Okay. Then we're going to move over to. See, is that the dead one? Yep, that was the one who just died. Nicely. So that is going to be Patch.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at the remaining cyclist. She still has that same grin on her face. She says, "Hey, friend, you picked the wrong side." And gonna unload at the let's see, he's untouched so far, right?
Correct.
All right. I'm gonna aim for him.
Okay. Your shotgun is not going to reach from this range.
Oh. All right. Well. And I can't really switch with any of the others. Okay.
Can you hold your
What?
action? I would say you can, I think, hold your action too until we get closer, potentially. Unless you wanted to do something else.
So you can
I
hold
forget
an
it's that-
action. You can hold an action until later in the initiative queue. You must choose a specified event to trigger it, or a specific number when the action occurs. Specific number in the initiative queue when it occurs, as well as what it is and when its intended target is. So it is very similar to a ready action in the world's most popular RPG, in that you have to tell me exactly.
Yes.
Now it is. A little shade there. A little bit. Oh no, where is it? There it is. Put it in a place that's easier to find, allegedly. Very good. So yes, you have to tell me what you want to do and what the trigger is, or what you want to do and what number in the initiative order. So if you want to hold a shotgun blast until you get close enough to shotgun blast, absolutely.
Yes. I would like to do that, please.
Okay. Works for me. Very good. That is going to bring us over to this Gainsaid over here. They are going to do... You hear Jather from the car yell at this guy. "For the cause," and just gives a nod. And this guy is going to drive his bike directly into Bug, trying to ram your vehicle. You can. Again, I don't think this is how it's supposed to work, but it makes more sense to me. You may roll that evasion check. And that, I'm going to say evasion opposed by his drive land vehicle. Because that is more interesting to me than as written, which seems to just be automatic. So,
Shit.
yo.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Anyone in chat? Anyone in chat
okay
want
then.
to save Bug?
I mean,
Ties go to the defender in this
Oh,
game
shit.
system.
Yes.
So
Hell
there
yeah.
was an itty bitty teeny tiny chance for him to roll both a crit fail and high enough on the crit fail die to fail.
wow.
And in that, so 10%, 8, 9, 10. There was a 1 in 300, 1 in 30, like a 3%, roughly 3% chance for that to happen.
Pixie was so confident. She was like driving with her feet while playing a concertina and like blowing in a harmonica. And then she's like, "Oh shit, I gotta drive."
Yep, it's now canon. The car is powered by oh my god, what's the instrument with the tube coming out of it? With the keyboard.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like a wind-based guitar kind of situation.
Yeah. It's
Hold
embarrassing
on.
that I can't think of what it's called, but that thing.
Melodica.
Melodica, yes. Thank you. Yeah, so it's powered by Melodica. But thankfully, you have a sick riff on that Melodica, and by the skin of your teeth, like there is some paint scrape in exchange here, but there is no ramming. Oh, yes, thank you both Bees and Broberon for helping us out here. Perfect. Yeah, so they tried to ram, so they are going to be much closer, which means, Patch, your ready to action is going to trigger.
Okay.
And confirm, are you aiming for guy or bike?
Guy.
Can it be both?
Oh, wait, yeah, with the shotgun, actually, it can in fact be both. You are correct.
Oh.
Because
All
it's
right.
a
Then
like
we'll
a
go for
close
that.
AoE.
Yet again, taking my life advice from taco commercials, paying off.
Oh. Sweet. So go ahead and make your shotgun shot.
Okay. Is it the same DV?
Oh,
Now I'm confused.
yes. Same DV, DV13.
Okay.
Ooh. Yup. So that is the minimum number that you needed in order to hit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
Okay, 18 points, which is going to sting. Why won't it let me? There we go. 18. He is now extremely hurt. And the bike takes a fair amount of damage as well.
You know, it's not too late to run.
He just bloody spit in your direction.
Okay, goodbye.
Ew.
They're extremists, so yep, a lot of fanaticism here. Okay.
Look, but just being an extremist doesn't mean you can be rude. I'm just saying, you can. There's just a rudeness
it is
about
pretty
it that I cannot.
tactless.
Yeah, like I cannot abide that. Like, stick to your ideals. I get it. We all have our thing, but spitting in our face, I can't.
More like extremely rude. Opera, that's your turn.
So seeing my my delightful medical friend here having things relatively under control, I'm just going to, crouch down on the thing, pull up my assault rifle, aim directly at the back of the head of the guy driving the car, and say, "Hey, Jazza, do you know how to drive?" And I'm going to try and shoot the driver of the car in the back of the head with my assault rifle because I am the exact minimum DV. He's in my sweet spot for my assault rifle.
Fantastic. Yeah, DV 15.
And I have a roll of 14.
Unless you rolled that crit fail, we've seen 3% chances happen.
Nice.
And that is not. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
Damn.
Only 14.
All right, 14 points of damage to this guy.
But
and
does
thank you
he
for-
have to make a driving check?
I think that's I think yeah, that's
Just
fair.
got shot in the back.
I'm going to say yes. He is going to make a drive check to try and maintain control of the vehicle. There is such a thing as losing control of the vehicle while driving. For you, just because your hands are on the assault rifle and not steadying yourself on the hood of the car, I do want an athletics check from you, please.
And it's still 15, I think you said?
Did I say? Yeah, sounds about right.
I'll put some luck into this. Because I don't want to die. Come on. Oh, luck paid off!
Ooh. That luck
Damn.
keeping you in the fight on the car and not
Oh my goodness.
rolling on the ground. And with
I'll
a
catch up to you!
and a 17 is the DV for the more complicated driving maneuvers. So that is going to maintain control of the car, albeit 14 points of damage. Nothing to sneeze at. He is hurt. Okay.
That's me.
Not too shabby. That is going to be Jather's turn. Jather just shakes their head. I think, Bo, you're the only one who catches a muttering of, have to do everything myself. And he is going to aim at Bug regular this time rather than the auto fire. Yes, you may in fact. Let me pull up the sheet. Yes, so you may in fact roll a evasion. See, assault rifle. It's only rated fire 1. Okay, so yes, you may go ahead and roll evasion if you would like, Pixie.
Hold on 1 second here.
Okay, not bad. So now let's. Sucks
I
to
think
suck,
your aim
Jather.
is getting worse!
It is. Didn't he crit fail on the auto fire too?
Yes.
Horrendous.
Try shooting past the target. Maybe it's like a magic eye picture.
He's having a bad day.
I think I've had, over the course of all the combats we've had in the Cyberpunk system, 2 total attacks from my mooks, from my enemies that have been of any significance. I just remember the Battle of Whiffs and
One of them cut someone's hand off. How is that not
that
enough for
is
you?
that is
I
one of the
almost
ones that
died
I'm
of one.
referencing. Yeah.
And you set me on fire.
Yeah.
That
he
is
says
the
he
other
does
one that I am
damage.
referencing.
Yeah,
So I
he
said
does
I
pretty
can think of
damage.
2. Those are the 2. When Pixie lost an arm and when Patch got set on fire.
Oh, like critical damage. Yeah. That, okay.
All right. Yeah. Bad. Okay. Then we will move on from there. Back up to the top is this driver. What is this driver going to do? Okay. Yep. Driver is going to do full-on bootleg turn. Try and turn 180 degrees and go back the same way. Which means he needs to roll this DV 17 for one of those. Makes it by the skin of their teeth. Okay. Bootleg turns around, and now they are more like this as a zoom on past. Let's flip horizontal. It'll just be easier to rotate it. Nope, that's... What are you doing? There we go. Driving back the other direction. They move over here. Slowly. Yeah, so now they're heading back the other direction, which brings us... Cool. All right, that is going to be Pixie's turn. What do you do?
Drive in reverse.
Can I do that? Can I drive in? Can I do a quick reverse?
Let's Italian job this motherfucker.
Hell yes.
Let's go!
Absolutely, please. I'm gonna say this is the same DV, same DV as the bootleg
Oh shit!
turn.
Wait, I'm on the front.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a drive land vehicle check, please.
I'm gonna dump my last 2 luck in.
Okay.
Hang on, Opera.
Hang what?
Yeah, full on Italian job at the speed of thought. Again, you shift gears and just pull full reverse.
Can we get right up alongside them?
You know, with a 32,
La
Yeah.
Familia.
I'm gonna say
Can it have been a smooth slowdown in reverse?
absolutely not. I do need an
Damn it.
To the
athletics check.
32, we drive right past them, and Bo is waving all the glow sticks as we have a rave.
Yeah.
Instead of having dice on
Alright,
the
I'm at-
instead
I'm
of dice on the window, it's
athletics-ing
glow
again.
sticks. Yes.
I'm putting my last luck points into this. Still 15?
Ooh. Yes.
Did I do it again?
Still 15. I think, unless like, it would be higher if something rammed you or something like that. But yeah, you do manage to cling by a very thin margin here to the hooded car as goes full reverse, bringing you nice and close.
It's
Yep.
pure random chance that Opera has not fallen.
Look, and you said you'd be bad at riding a mechanical bull. I'm just saying, I think you have a real calling.
That fuzz into mechanical bull I was talking about. Not now.
Nice. That is going to bring us over to Bo.
After giving a mental high five to Opera, I think just gonna. It's been working out well for me so far, so I'm just gonna hold on to my hat and turn around and try to fire from backwards.
Excellent. So fire backwards. Yep. And are you aiming for the car or the people? One of the people.
The driver's already been hurt a bit, right?
Yes.
Would aiming for the driver, is that a called shot or is that just like a normal thing?
It's a normal thing.
Okay, I will try to hit the driver then.
Yeah, because I think, while in a vehicle, you can still be targeted with attacks through the glass, which has no HP and provides no cover. Albeit, bulletproof glass is an upgrade available to nomads. But...
Wait, why did it roll 2?
Nice.
Oh, that's why it
You
rolled 2.
crit.
Is that crit?
Oh, damn. Yep, that is absolutely a hit on this poor driver here. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh, check the plow, y'all. So 9. So then I doubled it, or
No. No. Crit,
okay.
crit on the attack, it doesn't do anything to damage. It just pretty much nearly guarantees that you just hit. Okay. 9 points of damage on this guy. Ooh, this guy is not looking great. In fact, he's looking
Is he driving
quite
with
bad.
his hands or with his
He's driving with his
mind?
hands.
with his mind.
He was driving with his hands, the old-fashioned way. Okay.
And then one more, hopefully. All right.
Also a hit.
Right.
Nice.
Hold on, my cat's trying to get into my food. Okay. Come on now. Yeah, all right, I'll take it. 12 points of damage.
Okay. With 12 points of damage, that is, in fact, going to kill the driver. So, for 100%.
Now you really do have to do everything yourself, Jather.
Yeah. You see the driver's just slumps against the steering wheel here. And the way that losing control of the vehicle works is that, for the turn that you lose control. Okay. Got it. So it says, if you lose control of a vehicle, the GM decides your entire movement for the turn that you lose control. If it impacts something, it's treated as if you had rammed it. So in this case, the vehicle is going to swerve, and then without a foot on the pedal, is going to smack right into your vehicle.
Can I evade it?
Yeah, I have been house ruling that so far, so yes. I'm going to say DV here is going, DV of evasion is going to be DV 18. 17 like a very difficult maneuver, and +1 just for the terrain here. Oofa-doofa. You are not able to avoid this crash here. Since it's me who has done it, or I suppose, well, technically Bo did it, but I'm going to roll damage to 66. This is going to apply to both vehicles. $23 points of damage, which unfortunately,
I'm out of hit points.
yes. So unfortunately, as this car collides with the back of the vehicle, you hear a snap as the actually that was a crit. I mean, yeah. So, the what I have in mind for the, actually that was a crit. That is whoever redeems it choice of whether the last roll was a critical success or critical failure, depending. That person rolls that extra D10 and then applies. So yeah, Pixie, go ahead and roll a D10. Okay, with that brings up to a 19. You are in fact able to drive around and swerve around the car as it very nearly impacts your vehicle. So that's the good news. Bad news is you are still full-blown reversing, and I was about to say leave this car behind in your rear view, but it's you leave this car in front in your windshield. You heard me. So I'm going to move these on over. This jabroni is dead. Yeah. And you are very quickly leaving this in the dust. You will have to wait a while before you're able to course correct. Okay. Not bad, not bad. That was Bo. Which brings us over to Patch.
Okay. I think we're too far away to do anything, at least from Patch's perspective.
You can always ready that action.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just ready shotgun to the face to anybody that gets within range.
Fair enough.
I mean, any enemy that gets within range.
Yeah, you see a somewhat sinister look on Patch's face as she eyes the other three of you. No. Understood. Okay, so yeah, then if an enemy comes into shotgun range, time to shotgun blast. You got it. Okay, that is going to bring us to the motorcycle man. Motorcycle man was that direction, so he's just going to... Was he? Oh yeah, he was still turning that direction, so as much as I would love for him to be able to take a shot, here's what he can do. He's going to try and U-turn and ram your vehicle. So first, I'm gonna need a... see if this guy can turn.
Wait, sorry for clarification, isn't our vehicle out of hit points?
No. With this redemption in the chat, actually that was a crit.
Oh.
That managed to boost Pixie's roll enough to avoid this collision.
Sweet. Okay, now I follow it.
And with a
Thanks, chat.
trying to do this bootleg turn, unfortunately, they did not roll high. Wait, why is that a roll of 3? What? Why do they have a -2 on their mod? Shouldn't.
Maybe because they suck. And they're mean.
Hold on, I'm gonna... Oh, thank you, Weave and Roll. Not sure who you are, but clearly you know the rules much better than I do. Yes, because they are heavily injured, they've got minus to their check here. So as they...
So I was partially right.
Yeah, so as they try... as they try and swerve around here, they are just a little bit too hurt physically, mentally to make that tide turn. So they lose control of their vehicle. Yeah, they're just going to tip over and fall. As they try and pivot around. And they're going to just fall prone here. Prone's a thing, right? Yeah. It is. It is a thing. Sweet. Okay. Again, sucks to suck for all of my enemies. Over to Opera.
Quick question.
Yes.
One, you said it's going to take a minute before Pixie can put the car back in going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Does that just mean it on Pixie's turn she will be able to start going forward again? Okay. And two, with nobody at the wheel of the car, is it slowing down?
Sorry. Yeah. So what has happened? Like it's basically stopped at this point. Y'all are like, it's that far away because y'all are still reversing. It has just sort of like fallen there to the side of the road.
I am tired of making athletics rolls, so I happen to be still in the sweet spot for shooting from here. So I'm going to go ahead and take a pop at Jather.
Okay. Jather is going to try and evade this.
Gonna fucking try.
Tries
basic.
Tries and fails.
Lap.
Wow. Okay.
Cool.
Does
Nice.
22 points of damage to Jather. Yowza.
Right, and then with my move action, I'm going to say, Pixie, don't run over me. And then I'm going to try and hop out of the car onto the shoulder, trying to tuck and roll so that I'm not directly in front of it, but so that if Pixie's maneuver catastrophically fails, at least one of us will be able to start getting closer to the car.
Okay, so you're rolling, gonna try and tuck and roll off of the car
essentially
onto the
jumping
ground.
to the shoulder here.
Okay. Yeah. Seems good so far. Let's do an athletics check.
Hopefully the last one, because I'm out of luck. Oh. Finally, the 15 gets me.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And this
It
was
was
going to
nipping
be
at my heels the whole time.
yeah, and this was going to be a little bit tougher than a 15 to like tuck and roll successfully without taking damage.
I've got shock absorbers.
Let's call it a 3d6. You're at pretty high speed. There is a lot of jungle here, so let's go.
Right, hit me.
And half of the value of a car running into you here.
All right, so I take 12.
Yes, you do take 12.
I
Yes,
got 43.
appreciate that. We even roll. I am aware that I'm playing some Calvin Ball here. Things honestly would have gone more in my favor if I had stuck to the rules as written, but you know, again, style over substance. That is the name of the game.
Well, I'm curious what we got wrong, so maybe I'll figure it out at a later date.
Vehicles can't dodge is a big one.
Hmm.
I allowed it for Pixie because of Nomad and neural inputs and having the high enough reflex, but normally that's absolutely not a thing.
That's what you get for setting a precedent. All right, so that's going to be it for Opera.
All right, not too shabby. That's going to be Chather. Okay. Out into action. Just trying to stick to the action economy here because I know what I want to do, but I'm trying to remain fair. He's already in. So it says getting into a vehicle is an action, getting out of one is not. He's already in the vehicle. I think it makes sense to like shove the guy out of the way and take the wheel is going to be an action. And then he is going to try and he's going to restart this vehicle. Or not restart it, but start driving. I'm going to say, yeah, he's going to try and ram straight into Bug. Again, as written, pretty sure you don't get an evasion chance here, but I'm going to say, sticking with precedent, Pixie, if you'd like, roll evasion. Oh, you do evade. Okay. I know it mentions evading if you're like on foot, trying to avoid being rammed. It does not say so like being in a car, so I wasn't sure.
No.
Okay, a 13. Okay, continuing with that Calvin Ball, let's see. I swear to God, if he crit fails again, okay, does successfully manage to ram the car. I'm going to roll that damage. $24 points of damage. DV13. Yeah, DV13, it's, so yeah, as it says, like, dodging a ramming vehicle on foot to avoid the messy 66 damage is only DV13 to dodge with that evasion. If successful, the Dodger can choose to be on top of the vehicle if they want. Neat. It says nothing about dodging while you're in another car, so that's why I'm like juggling a little bit. Again, we haven't been playing this whole campaign 100% according to the rules, and I don't plan to start now. So
What are even rules?
so that is 24 points of damage to Bug. That is going to, this way, clips the engine block. Which unfortunately is going to incapacitate Bug here. Does do 24 points of damage to Jather's car as well, and if I'm not mistaken, that is going to put him well into shotgun range. Patch, are you shooting for Jather or the car?
Has anybody or anything actually hit Jather yet?
He has taken some damage, yes.
Okay. Yeah, but he can probably do some more damage with the car.
Yeah. Oh,
Alright.
also, everybody is going to suffer the whiplash critical injury as these cars collide here. Other than Opera. But you three are going to get whiplash and... Whoops. Uh-oh. I clicked the wrong button. Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to fix you up here. Oh. Well, that was handy. Just put you right back where you belong. Okay. Whiplash. There you are. Over. Radiation suppress. Antibiotics. Where's Whiplash? There it is. Whiplash. Which I guess should have been the case when you rammed the bike before, but I missed that back then. And the whiplash effect, what that does is... Why won't it... Whiplash, critical injuries. No other effects beyond increasing the base death save penalty by 1. At least currently, no one's in danger of that yet, but so it goes. Okay, that is... Vehicle stops. That's his whole turn here. Oh, right, shotgun.
Shotgun.
Go ahead and take a shot.
And-
DV13.
And I'm aiming for the car. Is it still the same?
Aiming for the car? Yes, DV13.
Okay.
I'm going to say he is completely not in motion at this point, so it does not make sense to me that he could swerve away.
And I'm gonna spend a couple of luck points just to make sure.
Thought that came up last time. Cool. 17. Yep, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage on the car.
Yeah, alright, not too bad.
12 points. You empty a round into the engine block here. Plenty of holes, steam, smoke, but the car does appear to still be running. Although looks pretty heavily damaged. Guy or not. Oh, yes. Thank you, we even roll, since we established this before. That is also going to do some damage to Jather, who's looking even less good. Now, yeah, he catch him in the shoulder. So, angle, bottom of that spread hits the car block. Top spread hits him just up in that upper shoulder as he's bleeding. There is still an unnerving, dead set steely gaze, even though he is clearly very hurt. Okay, that was your ready to action, which brings us around to Pixie. What would you like to do? You are both completely stopped at this point.
I'm going to take out my pistol and shoot the car.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. I don't think I need to check the DVs on that one. I think it's 13 anyway. No, it's actually 15, but regardless, 23 will do it. Okay, 9 points of damage to the car. Car is looking quite bad.
I don't remember. Do I get a second shot?
Yeah, I believe so, yes.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Medium pistol. Yes, ROF2. 17, that will hit. By a thinner margin, but it still hits. 7 points of damage. Okay, there is an active fire in the engine of the other car. It's still operable by the absolute thinnest of margins.
I think that's all I'm gonna do. Can I get out of the car
Yes.
and just like duck so I have some cover?
Yeah, you can try and duck to the side of the car. Let's see, yeah, getting out of the vehicle is it's just movement. So yeah, you could like duck either to the side or behind the car.
Okay.
All right, you can go ahead and move. Yeah, move yourself with your move. Very good. And that will bring us over to Bo.
So it's just Jather left, or this random other guy still?
Jather almost destroyed car. This other dude bro on the ground is very hurt, but still up.
Okay. Okay. I want to hold my action for. Well, okay. I think I want to hold my action for when, hopefully, somebody kills off the random other guy.
Okay.
So that I can, and the action I want to hold is essentially that, like, whatever it's called when I try to talk someone down.
Oh, yes, the face down. Okay.
Yes. If we can, Calvin ball that one a little bit with like we did last time, where to just. My goal is to. I don't want to kill him because I want information from him. So.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. So yeah, holding a face down until he is alone. Got it. Which brings us over to Patch.
Yeah, second verse, same as the first. We're going after the car.
Okay. I would say at this point, yeah, I will let you choose. Like normally, yeah, this shotgun blast will just AoE. If you want to aim it such that you don't hit Jather, you may, but you can also just hit them both.
And now wait. Does Bo want him alive or no?
Bo does want him alive so that we can maybe
Okay.
get information out of him.
Yeah, then I'll angle it away from him. Just try to hit the car itself. Make sure he can't get away. Or try to ram any of us.
Okay. All right. So just car. All right.
Just
that
car.
is. Yeah, like y'all just collided. There's not actually much space here, so yeah, go ahead and shoot.
Gonna spend my last luck point just in case. Nope. Never mind.
In your attempts to try and shoot at the car and not Jather, you think you got it, but then you just get this sudden like headache here. Or you like lean out and that whiplash just sort of like you not convulse, just sort of like flinch, and aim goes wide.
Damn it.
Okay. Oh, yes, it is like that sometimes for sure.
Yes, I throw my grenade.
It's a little grenade.
Very, very, very good. All right. So with that said, Patch, any movement?
No.
Okay. Then we're going to our remaining Dubro. Dubro is going to get back up on that saddle and go. Action to stand up and get this thing going again. Movement-wise, they're going to try it. So this time, it will be a little bit more in the book as he turns this. I'm gonna turn this car around. And is going to try and ram Pixie here. So going to drive on by Pixie. Now you may roll an evasion DV13. Yep, that is a success. Looks like.
Nice.
Yeah, you would have needed a crit fail to fail on that one. They're trying to hit you, not the car, since the car is already inoperable, and also. I can think of one result that might happen if someone in a motorcycle just crashes head on into a very, very heavy object. So you press yourself up against the car here, Pixie, and manage to evade that ramming. Now they're all the way over here.
Bye.
Okay. Which brings us to Opera. I'm going to say it makes sense to me, like, with, I did not say this before, but that you are prone from your crash landing.
And it takes half of your movement to stand up?
I know that's true for a different system. Sorry, I'm looking for the prone button crash. Okay, I really got to zoom in because I cannot see. Falling. I know prone exists because I just saw it. Or I just used it. Not dismembered. There it is. I was looking for a falling body, but it's just like down arrows. So for prone here... prone... Why doesn't show up? 1 second. I think that is correct, but I will double check. Not help. How about conditions? Oh, there. Okay, there we go. I see it. Over here. Poison, blah blah blah, drowning, electrocution, being on fire, exposure falling.
I don't want to be any of those.
Yeah. They all sound unpleasant.
Yeah, let's go with that. Half movement, stand up. Makes sense to me.
I've got 8 movement. I'll spend 4 of it to stand up. I will hear my good friend Bo say, I'm summoning my charisma for in case all of this man's henchmen are dead. And I will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to take a shot at this guy here.
Okay.
DV15 with my old trusty.
Sorry, pardon me. So getting up from prone, it takes an action to get up from being prone. While prone, until you use this action, you cannot use a move action. So that is the only sort of downside of being prone, is that you can't move until you use an action to get up. Which I guess means that I goofed on the guy who got up on his motorcycle and tried to ram you, but it didn't do anything regardless.
Except put him where I can't shoot him, unless I can shoot under the car, maybe?
I will.
I am lying on the ground.
What I'm going to do here is, real quick, I will adjust Motorcycle Man because it may make a difference. somewhere over here. As it moves very slowly. Here's something like that. Okay. Cool. But yeah, you can. I mean, you're on the ground, but you're able to shoot just. Oh, I see. Under the car at the motorcycle man. Oh,
I
yes.
mean, presumably I'd at least be able to hit the motorcycle.
Yeah, I would say there's yeah, you can definitely aim for the motorcycle easily.
Sweet. All right. Well, so Opera jumps off the thing, loses his footing, rolls, lands in the mud, rifle in hand, and then sees the motorcycle come by. Is like, oh well, then life gives you lemons, and he's gonna try and shoot for the engine block or whatever. Just
Okay.
flavorfully shooting at the stupid motorcycle that's been giving us such a problem.
Works for me. Looks like DV15.
Yeah, I don't have a target to click on because I think that's in the background layer.
Yeah, that's fine. I think
Yeah.
the targeting thing seems to be a lot less useful in this game system versus other ones in Foundry. So go for it.
Fire. So I think DV was 16.
Nice.
15, but regardless, less than 20.
Sure. Hiya.
Yeah, it was 15.
Oof.
11 points of damage to that bike, which was that
Oops.
much.
Don't. I think I may have accidentally had Jather still targeted, so make sure he didn't take the damage.
Yep, it is good. I think if I click that lightning bolt,
Got it.
then
Okay.
it does it. But otherwise, 11 points to the bike. Bike is in rough shape, but it is still functional.
All right. Well, I'm still on the ground. My turn mattered not.
It's okay.
That is going to be Jather's turn. Jather heavily injured and bleeding, just leans out the window, looks at all of you, particularly for a couple of extra beats on Pixie. I look forward to meeting again, freaks. And drives off.
No! Fuck. Can we use it? Do we get any sort of, like a
Opportunity attacks?
yeah.
Nope.
The game that shall not be named.
Can
The car-
I attempt to go tackle the guy on the motorcycle?
Yeah,
Steal
the motorcycle is fortunately is still stationary there. Like he got on it, but he is not motion, so possibly. But
Well,
unfortunately,
he's driving in reverse. How far can he move? Because
he's not driving in reverse. He is going that. I'll measure on this one so everyone
Going,
can
like,
see.
around us?
He's going
he's
that
like
way.
swerving.
Yes.
All right, and what is the movement speed
Oh,
of
I
a
guess.
car?
So the combat movement speed of this car is 20 movement.
Okay, so 40 meters.
Correct.
So within the maximum range of an assault rifle. So I have one more turn.
Oh,
How far
that
can a heavy
is.
pistol shoot?
What he's going to do is, what he's going to do is, I mean, he has seen the assault rifle. He's not an idiot. As he drives off, he's going to use his action to try and swerve off of the path out of eyesight. He does. If he fails this though, things are going to go very poorly for him.
Well, presumably that'll make it pretty easy to follow him since he will have to go through trees.
Yes.
You've
my
got to
God.
be. What
I
are
mean-
statistics? Who needs statistics?
Good
Not-
for us, but I
not
feel really
Jather.
bad for Jonathan.
I mean, Jonathan
tries to
did this
swerve
to
off of the
himself.
path, and you hear him he hits a tree. The car is out of commission.
See you later, freaks.
Wow.
At the
That's
very
all
least,
good.
he is still he does not make it out of eyesight, but he is still that many squares away.
So he is.
Oh, but
Do we know how badly
Okay, he
his
does not
car is hurt?
it's out. Like, it was barely running. Like, it was on.
Okay,
The
sweet.
engine was on fire as he was driving away, and you see this, and a wheel just rolls off that way. The car had a single hit point left.
Ah.
So no matter what I roll on the 66, the car is absolutely toast.
Sweet.
Cool. Let's go ahead. Let's at least mop. We'll see. So he is 20 squares away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 2 squares off the map. Like 2 squares off the map that way. I mean, still in the car. He used his movement as the car's movement, so he is still in the car for now. I think, yes, we've been at this for a while. I was hoping to get through this combat before we take a break, but I do see that someone needs a bio break, and we've been, running for a solid 3 hours at this point. So let's take a quick 5-minute break or so before we mop the rest of this up. See y'all back here in a little bit. Welcome back, folks. Combat's almost over, so let's go ahead and mop this up. Also, based on the comments here, normally, of course, I do abide by the style over substance cyberpunk rules. Everyone else is a rad dresser. These folks are technology eschewing extremists, eco-terrorists, which is why that they are no fun and dress drably. Nah. And sorry,
Ouch.
as we get started here, spin up the music. Angela, can I get a quick refresh, please? Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, Jather just yup. He just hit a tree, so we're over to Pixie.
We still have this guy on the motorcycle, right?
Yeah, he's still there.
So I'm gonna just shoot him.
Okay. He is quite hurt, so fair enough. Let's see. From your distance here, DV is 15, so that's a hit.
The only thing that hurts more than my pride are all these bullet holes.
Okay, 5 damage. How much health does this jabroni have left? Not a lot. More than 5 though. Extraordinarily hurt this guy.
I will hit him again then.
Oh, wait. What? Did it just change its mind? Sorry. Excuse me. This distance with the medium pistol, it's actually DV20. Pardon me. So that 19 actually misses. I don't know
Could
why.
I have scooted up a little
Yeah.
so that I'm at least within range?
Yeah. That is totally fine. Like you would have been, you as a player would have been privy to that information before you made the roll, just because I don't know if I misclicked something, but regardless. That is still 20 from there.
Oh, how far up do I need to go?
Still 20.
I think that's my. Oh, that's my full movement, I think.
Yeah, pistols are not close range weapons.
Or not. They're great at short, and they very quickly fall off.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll just move.
All right, you move there. That is a double whiff for the pistol. All right, let me give him those hit points back for what it's worth. Brings us to Bo.
Remind me with walking movement, it's my move, like...
It's just, that many squares.
Number of squares equal to your movement.
Okay, and I don't quite see squares on here, but...
What I can do is make the opacity a little bit higher. I was just thinking that.
Oh,
there we
I can
go.
also, I guess, just do the arrow keys or whatever.
True.
Right?
I'm going to...
Oh, the squares are a lot smaller than I thought.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay.
Why isn't the grid showing up on here? Huh. It's odd. I changed the grid on the GM side, but it's not showing up on the audience side. Well, regardless, it's fine. Okay. All right, so you get out. You move. And he is two squares further off the map than it shows. So he's 20 meters away.
It's 20, okay.
Which is
And then what's
DV20 for pistol.
Now I just need to know what the range is for a grapple pistol thing. Grappling hook pistol.
It's 30. I just looked
Yeah?
it up.
Oh,
That's
boy.
such good news.
Nice.
Incredible.
Jonathan,
Yeah.
I would like
It says range.
I would like to try to lasso this boy.
Okay. So it does explicitly say not usable as a weapon, but let me take a look at the grapple gun here. Also, shout out to Foundry for having the page numbers for the rulebook like listed with the item, which makes my life so much easier. As much as I would love to say yes to this because it's rad, it does specifically call out that it is ineffective as a weapon and cannot be used to make the grab action.
I can't use it to grapple a person?
No.
Oh, doo-doo.
Which,
Okay.
yeah,
You could-
makes me
You could use
sad.
it to get to him. Right?
Could I do that? If I like grapple to a tree and like...
Or the car.
Oh yeah, that's he is in a car still.
If you shoot at the tree or like the car, 30 meters away, Gainsaid move for like contract line without an action, including as inclined. Again, I'm scared of setting precedents here, but
I mean, to be fair, you already did let me use it as a grapple thing once in an elevator. It just failed, but
oh, it
but,
did. Yeah,
I mean,
that sounds about right.
A grappling hook is a in theory. I mean, I guess if it's not a weapon, then it would be used to grapple and then swing over to a
yeah,
thing.
it's usually like to aid vertical movement. For horizontal movement here, I'd say yeah. I think you're gonna take some, minor damage by like being drug along the ground here, but again, not how it's supposed to work. But this one I will allow this time because rad.
Cool. Yeah. If I need to take, I'd like to just think I'm just sort of like jet ski style, like barefoot, water ski style, like.
Okay. So yeah, if you're trying to step right like that, roll me an I'll call it an athletics. Makes sense to me.
Okay. Where did it go? Do I need to roll to hit the vehicle first, or since the vehicle's not moving, it's...
No.
Okay. Okay, athletics is there. Oh boy, okay. All right, 18.
I believe that 18 will cut it. So the way that it works.
I just pop out my Heelys.
Nice.
Action, clean up the climb. Apple use to hold anything in the hand used to be a weapon. Yeah, I would say at this point, yeah, shoot, action to, so yeah, move, action to shoot, action required. Tell you what, I will let this athletics roll carry over. I'm gonna say on your next turn, it will effectively double your speed up to that 30 thing. Yeah, it'll just increase your speed for next time. I won't call for a new athletics roll. You'll be good to go. Sound good?
So the movement of me like getting over to him is like that happens on my next turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to call it here.
Cool. Sounds good. And I'll just use some free, like just as I'm doing that, I'd be like, whoa, buddy, like, look, just don't, like, whatever they're paying you, whatever your thing is, like, let's just talk it out. Like, if they're paying you, we can double it. I don't know. Like, just hang on a minute there, bud.
Yep.
No real, like, coherent stuff. Just basically trying to get him to, like, maybe just pause for a second before he starts fully running.
Okay.
Yeah, and then that's it.
Got it. Yeah, he is still inside the car, nice and dazed here. So you don't. Yeah. You don't see a reaction in any case, nor do you hear one, even with your super hearing. We'll see what he has to say soon. Patch, what you got?
Okay. So the dude with the motorcycle is still up,
Yep.
but he's so far away. Man, I'm kind of stuck. I can try to hop out here. Whoops. There we go. Hop out of the car. But even then, I think... Yeah, that's really far. Does Jather look like he's running, or he's still just recovering from hitting the tree?
He has not had a turn since he crashed into, as a GM once said, tree.
Okay.
So yeah, he hasn't had a turn yet to do whatever it is that he's going to do.
Okay. Yeah, it's like 6 on one, half dozen on the other. I guess I'll try to get a little bit closer to this one.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really all I can do. I think, yeah, that's about as far as I can get.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until he gets within range and then just try to say bye-bye.
Okay. So you're gonna move over. Wait until what is your move?
What is my move? It's been so long. It is 5.
That
So
was 1, 2, 3.
2. Wait, I started here, so 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm.
5. Get up next to Pixie there.
You can move one more square if you would like.
No. Yeah. All right. Does that put me in range, or do I still have to wait?
No. This is still well out of shotgun range, unfortunately.
Damn it. Okay.
Okay. Very good. That is In hindsight, it's probably a good thing I wasn't able to get the moving tile working, because it is no longer moving. Very good. All right, yep. All right, so you get ready in case they come in range. You're going to ready crossbow. Gainsaid over here. Look at their options. They look at who they can see. They do see, believing what they believe, an extraordinarily cybernetically enhanced person lying on the ground over there. So they pull out that crossbow, and they're going to try and take a shot at Opera. Let's see, what is that DV going to be? Crossbow.
Evasion.
With you being prone, I can going
roll.
to say no.
Ah, rats.
Nah, can't move until you stand up. All right, that is a DV 15 for this crossbow.
Not a move action.
Shy crossbow, there we go. Ooh. As they say, style over substance. He's going to go for the aimed shot.
Oh, so that's +8 to the DV, I believe.
Yes, it's -8 to his attack here. I've clicked it button. Let's see what we got. Watch him roll a 1. Yeah. Even if he had not done the called shot, with DV15, ties go to the defender. So, also, yeah, I should have known. Well, he's not smart. With the -2, because he's nearly dead, tries to aim this crossbow, but with this very, injured aim, it flies off into the jungle behind you. No hit. Movement. He's also going to get the hell out of dodge. Road bike can move 20 squares. One, two, three, four, five. I said he's not smart, but there is a person standing there right there with a shotgun at the ready.
And a smile.
He has seen this smile a few times at this point. Yeah, he's going to drive off the other direction.
Oh.
So, yeah, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, Foundry, you can do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so he's 11 squares off to the east. Okay. Opera.
All right, I measured it out. I measured from 11 squares to the west of me to where his token is now to simulate the full distance. It is a DV of 15 to hit him from that. So I'm going to see this sad, pathetic man doing the technological equivalent of banging rocks together. I'm just, fucking caveman, and I'm going to try and shoot him with my assault rifle.
Wait, sorry. The guy to the... Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guy who just shot at me with a crossbow.
Got it.
Who is also not obstructed by a vehicle from me.
This is true. So, yeah, 38 plus another 11. So, yeah,
Blam.
What is it, 50 meters?
Damn.
Crap. Oh, a crit!
Nice.
60 meters away. I believe you. I'm just double checking here. Yep. Sure is.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. All right, let's roll this beautiful table and just see how this guy is going to die. Sure. Insult to injury here. So you, shoot and... Okay, I'm going to reroll. Sure. So you fire off this assault rifle at this fleeing Gainsaid agent, and you just spy a path of blood on impact as the motorcycle crashes.
I'd also like to point out that I made this shot from 180 feet. So at that, still lying on the ground with a twisted ankle covered in mud, I'm just going to call it, "Hey, Jazzer, another one gave his life as a cause." That's my turn.
Excellent. But yes, worst of all, after the crash, you do see in the mangled wreckage some twisted, crushed fingers coming up from this lifeless body. Okay. That is going to be Jather's turn. Bo, since you've got the super enhanced hearing, if you would please make a perception check.
Sure. Okay. 19.
All right. A 19. Cool. With a 19, you hear Jather speaking to, as if he was talking to somebody, giving visual descriptions of all of you. And then car door opens, stumbles out. He is going to continue. He moves off into the woods for his action. He is going to try and lose y'all in the jungle, which is going to be I believe stealth is a thing. Yes. He's going to roll a stealth check. If y'all want to go and try and find him, you can do a perception skill. It will be versus this one. I'm actually going to roll behind the screen. And his stealth skill is...
Is the implication of this that we are sort of pseudo out of rounds at this point, since we're in a low-speed chase with an almost dead man who just survived a car crash?
Correct. So as we this being the end of the round, we're going to go out of rounds here, or at least out of turn. At least I will still be like, if you are going to pursue Jather, each of you are going to get to do one thing, and actually, I'm going to keep the initiative here. I'm going to clear it of the dead mooks, just to track, like, each of you. You don't have to be in the same order, but each of you are going to be able to do a thing, and then Jather might move. Okay, just was looking up his bonus. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and... You did. And his move is... Come on, stupid thing. All right. All right. I have a track on his stealth roll as well as how many squares away that he is, at least for the moment. So yeah, we are in pseudo rounds here. Who would like to try a thing first?
So, can I quickly ask if my? I mean, I figure.
Oh, yes. You did this face down after he's dead. As he goes away. Yeah. Go ahead and do. It's down for. Yeah, you did have that held action, so go ahead and.
Or it was the or sorry, not the I guess the held action, but the grappling hook to pull me.
Oh, yes. Sorry, excuse me. Yeah. So I'd say you can, whatever what is your move normally?
6, I think. Yes, 6. So that would that be 30 meters?
It's 12. 6. It's 2 meters per move square, so that would be 12. I said you could double it, so you can move. Okay, 24 meters with your move action, 24 out of that 30. So you are 12 squares closer.
Okay, so 12. I don't.
So yeah, we're about to go into.
So that's 6. It's 16. It says to him.
Yeah, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah. If you shot to where the car was, then yeah, that was only 20 meters away. So you get to the car.
Okay.
You do not see him in it because you saw him run off. I would say you've got. See if you only use 20, which is normally 10, 12. I'd say
I guess the car's 10 feet though. Yeah. So the car's 10 feet.
You've got one square of movement left.
Okay, so, I will hold off. Well, I guess I'll just move a little bit closer to wherever I think he kind of ran off, at least the direction that I saw him. Yeah. And then I would like to see if I could use my amplified hearing mixed with, because if he was describing us, then in theory somebody would be still talking to him over like that earpiece. Can I use that as like a way to kind of listen for that and like the static from that to try to pinpoint his position?
Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I think your hearing already comes with a bonus to your perception, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see here.
Amplify hearing, yeah, perception +2. So it is already factored in here since this does in fact rely on hearing. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Go ahead and roll perception with that extra +2, which I think should already be in there, but we can.
Yeah, it looks like it is. It's got a mod that says 2 on it. Okay, 22.
You do, in fact, hear it's 2 squares off. About 6 square, 12 meters away from where you are right now. You do, in fact, catch just the whiff of some chatter.
Guys, wait, I hear someone pissing themselves.
I just say I call out and just say how dare you? You did not use nearly enough adjectives to describe the fabulousness that is Beau Delarue. And I take extreme offense to that. And is it possible for me to just fire at that?
Yeah.
Or is that kind of my
I would say so. Yeah, since you overcame his stealth roll here. So yeah, I would say you can fire.
I figure if this point if we kill him, we can just kind of fix him up a little bit. Or actually, not kill him, but if we incapacitate him, we can try to bring him back after we tied him up.
Sorry, I take that back. The perception I'm going to say is the action. You were looking for him, you found him. But what this means is that you can you've pinpointed him for everybody else.
Okay, I just don't think anyone's gonna be able to get over to us in time. But if I can, I'll just kind of point then instead, since that was my kind of action, I'll just try to with that perception action, just kind of without speaking. Then in that case, since I'm not shooting, I will not say the whole spiel I just said. But instead, I'll just point to his relative position and kind of, do the whole
Got it. Yes, Absolutely. Okay. Very good. So that is going to be Bo's turn. He has been pinpointed about. So 6.
Oh wait, I got a crit. It's a crit for Bo, by the way, in case that's helpful. On the weave and roll gave me a crit for the perception.
The crit for Bo. I mean,
I
yeah, you can roll a d10 if you would like, just to see how high you get, but it is already a success.
Just for fun, just to see, for bragging rights. Just be like, I really know where he is.
Mm-hmm.
It's a /R, right?
/R space d10.
Space d10. All right, it would have been a 25.
25. So you really know exactly where they are.
It's right there.
Okay.
Thank
very
you,
good.
weave and roll.
Yes.
Real quick question, Jonathan. Is Jather... Is he aware that he has been spotted? So he's still going to be kind of moving... Okay, he's not aware, so he's still going to be kind of moving on the slower side? Like, not... Because presumably you can't, hide yourself and move at a dead sprint.
Yeah, that... So yeah, what that ends up being is, like, normally if you just want to book it, you can use your action to run and double your movement. Here he's not able to run, so he would be using stealth to move silently if that is what he wishes to do.
So I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume I'm faster than him.
You've got 8 move. That is a fair assumption to make. Okay. That is use a skill. Yeah. Move, action, attack, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, using a skill is an action. Okay. So, with that, and yeah, because, Bo, you did the, like, then he does not seem to be aware that he has been spotted. Okay, that is... We kind of wish I had a bigger map. At this point. That's okay. Y'all are just very good at pursuit. I should know better from my times as a player how hard players are willing to go to pursue enemies. Very good. That is going to bring us... Oh, yeah,
So
Bo, you were the...
dissatisfying
Yeah.
I was sorry, I kind of jumped the order, but I just wanted to deal with that grappling gun thing, so...
No, that's perfect. And I did say that y'all can move in any order at this point since there's no other enemies. So who would like to go next?
Is it dark outside? I forget what time we said.
By now it is. It was like around sunset when you get on, so like it's like in twilight now. Like the last bits of daylight are going away.
Okay. I'm gonna move towards Bo, but I'm also gonna light a road flare because it gives the area 100 meters. It lights up 100 meters. So
nice.
In theory, he can't hide.
Okay. Yeah, that is definitely going to make it harder for him to hide with road flare light there. Even with the jungle cover, yeah. I probably should have given him a modifier for the jungle cover, but that 25 would have
He's got whiplash.
Exactly.
But I can't use double movement, right?
You can.
Oh, okay.
As far as let's see, run. Let's see. You cannot double move and do the flare.
Okay, well I'll do the flare.
Okay. Okay. You pull that out, ready to flare. You got it. Okay. Yeah, so pulling it out and lighting it is going to be your action. Very good. Next.
And yeah, I can try and double book it.
Sure.
If I see Bo making the gesture.
Mm-hmm. All right, move is 5, so you can move 10 squares if you're double booking it. And currently, and Jather here is currently 8 squares off screen now that you all have spotted him.
To the north or along the road?
Yeah, diagonals are hard. We'll say that. Let's do this if folks are okay with it. Let's just shift everything over. Does that sound good? So we can stop guessing and we can actually see this. And it'll also be better for the better visual for audience. So I'm gonna move everybody 12 squares over. As well as this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. About there-ish. And so 12, so he needs to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And Bo, you got 1, 2, 3. Got your car. So 1. And you're about there. 6 yep. That we'll call it right there. So no more guessing off screen. This is exactly what we've got. Okay. All right, so and Patch, yes, you double move, which it was what? Wait, was it Pixie or whoever's next?
I double moved. So
Okay.
I think it's me now. So I'll use my action to stand up, and then I'm going to move 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right,
Sweet.
that's me.
Done and done. That's going to go over to chat. Oh, it's fine. Here. Wow, I'm loving these accidental initiative rerolls. It just puts you in the same spot. All right, taking off prone. Cool. I keep accidentally taking the button that puts you out of combat versus the status effect one. Okay, that is going to be Jather. Jather is going to stand up, or not stand up, but like unhide himself. Assault rifle at the ready, and go for bow. See as he flicks on the full auto. I know how his luck has gone so far, but he is going to try and full auto on bow.
Oh boy.
That is going to be assault rifle auto fire. That DV is going to be 20.
Can I evade?
You can.
Okay. Where is that? Oh, here again. Sorry, what's evasion under again?
It's under fighting skills.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes,
should be at
thank
the
you
very
so
top right.
19.
19 versus 17. This torrent of gunfire here just cannot quite land that hit.
I'd like to think that when Bo does evasion, it's very much the like very silly like breakdance like battle like evasion. He just like is doing some really dumbass moves, but for some reason it like the bullets all miss him.
Oh yeah, I love that with style. That is movement. Okay. Now he's at the edge of the map again. We'll deal with that as we go. All right. Who'd like to go first?
I can go, I guess. If I just want to run out. Did he try to hide again?
No.
Okay. In that case, I will just try to run after him. So he's 22 away.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel that I'm gonna make you have to keep moving the map and stuff.
Probably.
Could I? Since I haven't moved yet.
Mhm.
Oh, that just puts me right up next to him, but that's okay. That's kind of what I want. Could I use my grapple gun again to do kind of the same thing? Fire at the tree that he's next to, and like, actually, wait. Let me see if I have something. Hold on 1 second. Well, I guess he would know if I tried to. I was like, I have like this homing thing, but I don't know what that does exactly.
Yeah.
A homing tracer, but it's only a range of 1 mile.
So yeah,
I think you
if
need to put something on somebody though first before you use that.
Yeah.
Right.
So
So I was like, if
there's-
I could get up close enough, to him and get it on him, but I don't know how helpful that would actually be. So I think what I'm going to do instead is just try to get as close to him. I want it like with the grapple gun, and if that kind of would have my movement, but
Yeah.
not through trees. That would be not work. That would
Yeah,
not
as I
work.
say, via trees, that same tack is not going to work.
So what I'm trying to avoid is just us having a chase battle where we just use all of
Yeah.
our movement to move.
Which
every
I
turn.
agree. I would love to avoid it as well, but like this, I think is what he would do.
I don't want
logically.
him to get away. So maybe what I'll do is I'll use my movement to get as close as I can to him, and then if you'll allow it, can I try to use my, essentially that, I always forget what it's called, the
face down?
persuasion thingy, a face down to kind of like, I don't know, it doesn't really make sense. He's just trying to get away, and he's a freaking cult dude.
I mean, if you sell me on what you say to him, I'd allow it.
I think I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna move up as close as I can and try to shoot him.
Fair enough. He is very hurt.
From what I've heard him say, it's very like, I don't think I'm gonna convince him from the stuff I've been hearing him. He doesn't seem receptive.
Yeah. A fair assessment.
2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I don't know how to count diagonals, but I assume it's a pseudo zigzag pattern.
Yeah, I mean it's. If,
I see.
If I recall correctly, say 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they don't count diagonals any more than regular movement, so you are free. You're zigzagging. It's the same movement.
Okay. Oh yeah. Never mind. It's fine. It should be fine. I should be close enough now to hit him with my gun. I think. So it's 16.
Still DV20.
Oh, it is? Okay, wait. Let me go back
Yeah.
to where I was and make sure I moved the right number of spaces. Then. So I went forward, back, forward, back, forward, back.
Were you that far away?
I don't think so. I think I
so
was
hiding.
like somewhere there. Because I was right next to the car wherever that crashed.
Oh, yeah. 20.
So I need to get to...
Yeah. Yes, Jeff. Ooh. Yes. Sorry.
should be
Side
there?
note. Yes. Sorry to interrupt. A couple things, real quick. One, I did not acknowledge so before out loud, but yes, thank you, Unlikely Gamer, whoever that might be, for gifting the sub to Weave and Roll. Also, thank you, Weave and Roll, for being some backseat rules help. Thank you, Lyman5150, for each PC gets XP. What? So everybody take 10 improvement points for that redemption.
Yay.
And yes. Oh, it is not 1,000 XP. It is 10,000 redemption points for 10 XP. Or improvement points. Pardon me. Sweet. And yeah, that looks reasonable.
I was
enough to me.
closer... Yeah, I needed to use the ruler to measure it out, so I'm closer than I
Yes,
was.
so
I
that's only
originally
DV15.
thought, so-
You should be good from there.
Okay, cool. Then I will pop him, hopefully, with this pistol. No, I don't want to know what the pistol does. I want to hit him with it. Thank you, Foundry. Foundry's like, would you like to know what your gun does? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I know what it does.
No. 20 will hit. Roll damage.
20. Yeah. I would like him to go boom.
Guess how many hit points he had left.
13.
Yes,
Probably.
he had exactly. I could even take a screenshot right now. He had exactly 12 hit points left.
Hey.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So he's stable, right? That's what that means?
So yeah, I was like, how long do we have to?
Stably done.
I will ask you, Bo, where do you aim with your pistol? I know, yeah, it is. I know it's not. It's a flavor aimed shot. I will allow it for a kill
Yeah, I was
shot
like,
here.
I don't know that Bo really aims. He's just excited when the gun hits something. But I'd like to think for fun that like, I think Bo, if he has a choice, will always try to aim at someone's like tush and or like groin area.
Okay. Cool. Here's what happens next. We are going to go out of combat. We're going to bring this back here. Sort of the tense music from before. That feels not quite right, but we'll keep it for the sake of time. You fire, and Jather, you hear and see him fall down onto the ground. His eyes are just barely open here as he's struggling to remain conscious as he starts to bleed out. First thing we're going to do is in front of the table for our meteor folks. They also get death saving throws. Let me double check. So the Mook death saves work a little bit differently than it does for you folks. So I need to roll just a flat number here. I need to roll under 6 in order to survive here. Under your body. Or excuse me, I need to roll under a 5 because he has whiplash. So he needs a 4 or lower to survive.
Does anybody want him to try and stay alive?
This is Jather.
Yes. So this
I
is
mean,
just going to be...
Ideally.
Because if anyone wants, I can try and help him.
So here's
Otherwise,
how... So I've just rolled this death save here. Like, this just happens immediately. What I will allow narratively... You can go up and talk to him on his deathbed, or deathbed of moss in this case. You can have some last words, but his fate is going to be sealed here. He is dying, and there is nothing that can stop it, full of bullet holes. It has hit major organs. This man is going to die. But if y'all would like to speak to him briefly before he does... You may do so.
So no stim packs or anything will help him.
No. I will say, you kind of have a hunch. You think like maybe stim pack will help. Patch, as you approach, you can see that there is no helping this guy.
Oh.
As he, is lying there on the ground. I'll let whoever wishes to say anything start.
I guess as I'm waiting for all of them to run over, he's dressed in beige. There's no helping this guy.
That's true.
Touche. Yeah.
Doesn't deserve.
Yeah, I will just say like, what the fuck, my dude? Like, what's your deal? At least like do one good thing here and tell us anything about this? Like, who hired you? What's the why?
No one hired me. This is our cause. Technology nearly led to our destruction. Not even 100 years ago. Many have forgotten. But this island nearly fell into a vortex because of technology. We would all be dead. And people forget, like nothing happened. You embrace technology steering us all towards death again. I pity you.
What? What do you mean? I mean, honestly, I pity you. You're the one lying on the ground dying. Want to clue us in here? What are you talking about? 100 years ago, like where? Okay, color me interested. I hate technology. Where's the rest of you? How do I join your group?
I know who you are.
I mean, obviously.
But if you really want to join us, you'll have to remove a few of those bits from you, all of that technology that you've allowed into your own body. And then, maybe. But you run an establishment full of it. You encourage all of this nonsense. You fraternize with freaks like that. And
wait,
like
she doesn't. Hey, Patch, get over here.
Okay.
Patch, you don't. I don't know. I mean, I assume he's dead by now. I just want other people to be able to speak. But yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Patch, you
Like,
don't,
there's enough time for each of you to get in some words.
Yeah, he might respect you a little bit more than me, as I'm too fabulous for him. So you're pretty fabulous, but in a less technology way, you know?
Oh no, I can't hear you. Angela, or Patch, quick refresh.
You don't have any cybernetic. You don't have any in cybernetic enhancement stuff, right? Oh no.
Sorry, I couldn't hear. It's just need a quick refresh. All right, try again.
Oh.
I was just telling Bo, like, you saved it with that last bit.
But yeah, you don't have any like cybernetic stuff, right? Or like implants?
No implants or anything, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I was like, maybe shove you towards the talking to him. But also, Pixie, get over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have time, like, whoever wants to, like, approach, you've got time to do so.
Cool. I've done my asking,
Yeah.
so everybody else go
ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go first.
I just wanted to ask about his connection to the Margot family. And involvement in that.
Gotcha. You ask him about this, and he's sort of like, yeah, I had a hand in that. You nomads move this technology further and further. An easy way to help stop all of this and to hamstring all of you smugglers. Easy. It was so easy. All I had to do was tip off the security force about the smuggling. You might want to See to your friend at the garage, though. If he's still breathing.
Pixie really wants to kill him.
Oh, if you want to kill him at this point, I mean, I've gotten all the information. I mean, I got some information out of him. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I do have a very specific way to kind of finish him off. If you will allow me some, allow me to provide some artistic input into your coup de grace.
As long as he's dead, I don't care.
Well, he kind of despises technology, and I think it would be real fun to just shove a whole piece of technology right into his face hole.
Damn.
What you think?
Do it.
Oh, I was gonna let you do, but I'm more than happy to do it too.
Oh,
It just might mess up my nails a little bit, but it's worth it. I just hand you like a. Actually, I feel like Billy Bass doesn't really get to be a part of our, situation sometimes, and he still has a glow stick duct taped to him. So, I'm just saying, why not just go for a little like wham bam, thank you, ma'am? Right in the gob.
Brutal.
How you feel about that, Billy?
This guy's clearly got an issue with technology. Yeah, I say let him choke on it.
Yeehaw, y'all! Let's do it. And then, but before we slam his face, I just briefly take out his little earplugs and hand them to Opera and be like, if there's a way to reverse trace that signal, that'd be super dope. And then I kind of hold out Billy Bass and just like for like Pixie to put a hand on top of it with me so that we can together just go into his face. If you would want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Patch steps up like she was gonna say something, but as she sees them doing this, she's like, okay, it's fine.
Oh wait, I can hold it briefly.
It's too...
Yeah.
No, please.
I will
be
say,
my
yeah,
guest.
this is probably going to be your last chance, Opera and Patch, if you would like to say or ask anything of this guy. No?
Nope.
Are they actually in
Opera-
the process of doing this?
Opera just lopes up behind them, sees them like trying to force a Palm Pilot into this man's mouth, and is like, "Ooh, goggles!" And he's gonna take the goggles off of him.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, oh, goggles. So yeah, we can. I will hold off on doing that until everyone got a chance to say or ask him whatever. So sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
I got a little too excited.
Patch, I'll say you see them preparing, but that there is a moment before the deed is done.
All right. Then yeah, she just kneel next to him. Look, I get where you're coming from. There were better ways than being an asshole about it.
We tried that way. We tried reason, evidence. Nothing stopped the march of the machines. This is the only way. Some may die so that the rest of us will live.
Well, I don't think it's worth much now. And she's gonna look over at what Bo and Pixie are planning as she speaks.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth much now, but you do have my respect.
He looks at you here, like notices that you don't have any enhancements, and you just get like like, oh, slight nod. He was willing to kill you as well, but he does respect you at least more than the other folks here. And with this very annoying smirk on his face, he just sort of, with the last of his breath here, says that one more time. Some of us will die, so that the rest can live. And looks.
Yes, an idea that has never been misused before.
Never in not once in history.
Never, not once.
But he does make direct eye contact with you, Bo and Pixie, as you prepare the coup de grace. And I mean, we don't.
I was
Sorry,
just say, yeah, sorry for after the interaction with Patch, I was like, sorry, Patch. I can't respect anybody that tries to kill my best friends.
No, that's why I'm stepping back. You go for it.
Okay. Exactly. So, with that, we have already described it in detail. I don't think I'm going to describe it any further, the actual action there. Suffice it to say, with this deed, Jather is dead.
And how?
And how? By some really terrible rolls. But I
Opera
kid.
sees this and he's like, Bo, you remember that the computer is in your phone. You're going to have to put that against your ear at some point, presumably.
Yeah, no, sometimes my artistic creativity takes precedence over practicality. But like, I'd like to think of this as more as like a piece of cooperative performance art, and I wanted Billy to feel more involved, like part of the team. And I didn't want this glow stick to go to waste.
Well,
So it's truly poetic justice.
That is just what we need to start teaching the evil artificial intelligence to enjoy murder.
Yeah, no worries. This blood will buff right out.
And so with this raiding party of Gainsaid successfully defeated, killed Jather, a seemingly major lieutenant in their organization, killed as well. You are left with some of those haunting words echoing in your ears, and the knowledge that though this was an abject failure for them, at least fighting you, one, they know what you look like. They know your faces, if not your names, but they at least know your faces. And it does seem that Maverick is in no small amount of trouble either. And with that, we are going to end the session here tonight. Thanks, everybody here. Let's go back over to this screen. Thank you all so much for watching. And wait, did I mispronounce coup de grace?
Oh, I don't think so. But I say coup de grace sometimes just because it's fun, or like bonjour.
Coup de Gracie.
Yeah, poop de grace.
Yeah, you do. I know how coup de grace is pronounced, but
yeah, that little coup de grace.
Anyway.
Oh, you're supposed to wait, you pronounce the S? Maybe, I don't know.
It sounds like the fruit doesn't fall far from the pedantry.
Oh,
coup de grace.
But yes, it is grass. There is an E on the end of it.
I did not know that. Well, you learn something every day. Also, I took Spanish, not French.
Coup de grace, it'd be GRAS, and it would be a fat blow.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Mardi Gras.
Right,
anyway.
Outro.
Coup de grace
doesn't sound
good. There's a little bonus post-game fun fact for everybody.
You can annoy people twice as much.
After playing 3.5 for so long, I'm surprised that didn't just cross our palate. But also, Matthew knows we were babies playing 3.5. It doesn't matter. Anyway, this is on the slightly longer side of stream, so let's go ahead and wrap this bad boy up. Again, oh, you're French. Yeah, I'm not, so I will defer to you. Thank you for the correction. Yeah. Like I said, yes, thank you all for watching here. I'm going to throw it around the table for any shout outs before I do the last little wrap ups and outro. Anybody have anything to plug, mention, anything like that? Fair enough. Okay, so ooh, yes.
I think Angela had something.
Oh yes, sorry, I missed that. Yes, Angela.
System agnostic, Thursday, be there, be square. Saturday, we're also doing Untitled Mafia Project, which may stay untitled, question mark. But
Redacted Mafia
got
Project.
some streams coming.
Got it. Oh, perfect. Yes. So please do check out the other Quelmar streams, including System Agnostic on Thursday. And this Saturday's the debut, is it not, for Untitled Mafia Project?
I believe so, but I think we're also not doing it the next Saturday after that. I think we're already skipping a week. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but I'm pretty sure it starts this Saturday. So
perfect. So yes, keep an eye out for Untitled, the start of Untitled Mafia Project there on Saturday, as well as all the other streams here. You've got Once Upon a Town, and I already said System Agnostic. Plant Girls has concluded, but as with all of our things, even if you don't catch it in time, if you either don't have time or forgot to turn on notifications for Quelmar on Twitch, that is okay. Most of our that's right, First Class. Yeah, I remembered one extra stream. Yeah, First Class. Check out the Quelmar Realm YouTube channel. We've got VODs for the vast majority of our Twitch streams, including the previous episodes of this stream. Yes, I see a hand over there, Lee.
I wanted to give a shout out. I think I meant to do this the last game, but I forgot. To the I'm thinking I'm going to call this the wrong thing. The Beautiful Gaming Boys. Is that the three guys
yes.
who
the Gorgeous Gamer Boys?
Maybe that's it. They were
Gamer Guys.
Gorgeous Gamer Guys. I knew it was alliterative.
Yes.
Thank you.
They covered for us the last time we were not able to stream, and I joined them for that in the chat, and it was an absolute blast. I joined because I thought they were playing a dating game, which they had already finished up before I got there. But we turned whatever game they were playing into our own dating game, which was very funny. And I very much hope that, since we won't be able to stream in March, March 6th, I think, is supposed to be our next one. And we will be off for that one. But March 7th is my birthday. So if the Gorgeous Gaming Guys want to get a little, want to pull up another dating game, I'll be there.
Okay. Yes. Fantastic segue. So, the cadence for this, normally we would be playing 2 weeks from now on the March 6th, but I will be out of town on the Joko cruise on the Nerd Boat, so I will not. We will not be continuing to stream there, but we will keep the cadence. So the next game for Cyberpunk is going to be March 20th. But yes, in the meantime, in this slot, maybe the Gorgeous Gamer Guys come back to do
whatever they were doing.
substitute teach this slot. That's the word I was looking for. But if not, if Jonathan is able to move quickly enough, which is not a guarantee, if the Gorgeous Gamer Guys are not able to take over this slot, there might be we'll call it a Throwback Tuesday, because that's the thing, potential for this slot 2 weeks from now, and maybe a little revisit from the very first stream that I ever did for Quelmar, also the only other stream that I ran for Quelmar other than Cyberpunk. Perhaps another little old jaunt through some Quelmar history. Again, if I get my stuff together, which is not a guarantee. All right, so quick attributions to round things. Oh, actually, step back. Quelmar Con in June. That is a convention up here in the Northeast around Virginia. Kind Come hang out with all of Quelmar nerds, make some new friends, play games. We've got all sorts of stuff. Yeah, plenty of TTRPGs, but also board games. We had Mario Kart tournament last time, Magic Vintage Cube, karaoke, yeah, you name it. So check that out. You can find all of plenty of that information at the following links. You can join our Quelmar Discord at the link just dropped there. There's Quelmar.world, which has all stuff for our, 501c3 charity organization. We are a charity organization, have been for a little while now, as we try and bring gaming to communities that sometimes can either for financial reasons or social reasons, like whatever that might be, try and grow gaming communities, bring people together, new friendships, new stories. Yes. And lastly, quelmarcon.com. Yes, all those links drop there into the chat. Last shout out. If you are in the State College area, which is at least the physical home for most Quelmar things, State College, Pennsylvania, for your lending librarian here, we are putting out a call for new volunteers. We are looking for folks who can help shuttles pick up or drop off items from our lending library to people who request it. You get to meet new friends, new gamers, new nerds in that community there. So please, if you're interested, you can drop a line there on the Discord. You can send me a message. That information is going to be in the lending library channel of the Discord. All the information you can find there. Attributions. Quickly, I want to give a shout out to one of our main sponsors for Quelmar, which sincere apologies I have neglected to do because Jonathan is a baby streamer and surprising definitely everybody here. I don't always know what I'm doing when it comes to streaming. So want to say thank you to Arkenforge for being a major sponsor for Quelmar. Spectacular for in-game parsing. You want your fancy maps in person for minis. It can track minis. Really, really great map builder, particularly if you are playing in person. I think, yes, that's the major sponsor shout out. If I'm missing anyone else, I apologize. I promise I'll get you next time. You can send all the blame right here at me. Music and sound effects are all either VoiceMod or Tabletop Audio or Incompetech, aka Kevin MacLeod. Thank you for all the music and sounds there. The map here that we used was from... no, I pivoted there. Yes, just nice little copyright free things. Just nice little build force path here. The cars, the vehicles, I believe were from 2 Minute Tabletop, so shout out to them. Thank you so much for these assets here, these vehicles, which we got to see a little bit of vehicle carnage. And last shout out, of course, overlays. Thank you. Some of them are me, but thank you also to Jeff Buterbaugh for the sort of template, the skeleton of some of our lovely overlays, as well as the overlays below this window. Speaking of below this window, there's also a donate button if you want to donate to QuelmarCon or just the Quelmar realm in general as a charity organization. If it is available to you just down there. I think that is all the business here. So perhaps it is a sign there, Vampire. So yes, redeem, roll the dice. It is that time. As we close out here, there's one last thing that we have to say. 3, 2, 1. Keep rolling those
dice.
AKA,
y'all keep rolling them dice. Have a good night there, partners.